freestyle. But still pull up on the scene, Chuck T style. Low profile, high key activist. Shout out to you if you took a knee with Kaepernick. Whatever you preach, gotta practice it. Well, y'all pretty authentic and passionate. CJ reppin' the Bay, KB reppin' Atlanta. This how you take off. IBNX Radio, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're here with Degrees and Chuck T's. I'm your girl CJ Ray. KB is out today. So I have in the building, if you've been following Degrees and Chuck T's for the last year and a half, you may have seen this young lady. This is actually my cousin. I'm just going to put it out there. The last time we was trying to keep it on the wraps, and then I slipped up. So, so we got Sydney Wallace, a.k.a. Sid, in the building. Go ahead and say hello to the people.
Hello, people. Hello, world.
She's actually
Good afternoon.
Yes. She's going to be my co-host for today, so she is going to be KB. And
co-hosting.
Co-hosting. So not just guests. We will have, interview portions. But everyone, so she's my co-host for the day. I want to thank you for coming, Sid. Much love. So we're going to talk about basketball, of course. But we're also going to talk about music. And we're going to talk about your clothing line. So you've been really, really busy.
Yeah.
Things have changed within the last year.
Quickly. Very quick.
So then, of course, we'll have a random rundown. So we're going to have our discussion about that. Her partner with Rare Vibes Clothing, DJ, is in the building. So we'll bring him in on down on the random rundown. Then we're going to have a discussion. And then we're just going to ask Sydney more about her music. But really quick, for those that are listening, if they want to follow you on social media, go ahead, give your Twitter, your Facebook, and your Instagram.
All right, so Twitter, you can follow me at Sid Wall Street. Instagram is the same. Facebook, Sydney Wallace. And yeah, that's it. That's three major social medias.
And if they want to find your music, where can they find your music?
Oh, my music is up. It's everywhere. All major platforms, streaming, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, SoundCloud, all of that. All you do is just type my name, Sid. The S is a money sign, dollar sign. And then, Sid Wallace. And it'll come up. It'll pop up.
It'll pop up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, for Degrees and Chuck T's, you can find us Degrees and Chuck T's everywhere, and that's with an S. So, again, this is CJ Ray on Degrees Chuck T's. Again, KB is out. IBNX Radio, Next 199 Hip Hop Station. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. What up, nigga? Yeah. Little bitch. Couple riders with them llamas if you pick up on with me. Put my bitch up on designer, got Balenci on her feet. My mama said a couple prayers, keep them demons off me.
Cause I know I'm out here blessed, I got too many reasons on me. Yeah, niggas done tried and niggas done died, too many believers around me. Yeah, I know my enemies meeting up, double teaming on me.
Now you know it, nobody tried to ever got pieces off me. Fucking these hoes till they be dying, don't get to seizure on me. Deeper goose to move the product in the old school.
Thumbing through paper from last year, but it's not old news.
My soccer bitch, she got me shopping up in Whole Foods.
Fucking these cougars like a young nigga supposed to.
I got your bitch up on the mattress while I'm flying OT. I'm sick and tired of all the yapping, little nigga, I'm your OG. My diamond shining like the boy that drop on New Year's Eve.
And she count down to the D, she be like
5, 4, 3. Now drop down, you a freak. Bend it over, touch your feet. Shake that booty, I know it's little, but unique.
So unique.
Back that thing up on my nigga from the D.
Oh, that's me, okay, back out the hearse. They trapped out the church. Niggas say my name, okay, they ask for the worst. Me and A$AP Ferg preaching back to back on the verse. Hit boy on the beat, so bitch, you gotta go berserk. Kill them off one by one, final destination. Fuck that medication, I'm sipping cold flu echinacea. You done fucked up, I stayed up, sleep deprivation. They on the search, nigga. Know your worth, nigga. Tell the DJ, bring it back, reimburse, niggas. Alhamdulillah, my finance advisors. Been through hell, oh well, we on fire. Brung her back home more times than Maguire. Higher. Trap Lord packed out the risers.
Nigga in his bread, your pocket on carb diets. I just start up a riot at all I hire.
And make them hoes leave right before they cook the omelets.
Down,
Whoa,
you a freak.
whoa,
Bend it over.
yeah.
Touch your feet.
Touch your feet.
Shake that booty, I know it's little but unique.
So unique.
Back that thing up on my nigga from the D.
Oh, that's me. Drop down. You a freak. Bend it over. Touch your feet. Shake that booty. I know it's little but unique. So unique. Then throw it back on my nigga from NYC.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Me and A$AP Ferg preaching back to back on the verse. Hit boy on the beat, so bitch, you gotta go berserk.
Why men great till they gotta be great? Woo! I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I solve them, that's the goddess in me. You coulda had a bad bitch, not committal. Help you with your career, just a little. You supposed to hold me down, but you holding me back, and that's the sound of me not calling you back. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True hurts needed something more exciting. Bum bum be dum be dum bum be. You tried to break my heart, oh that breaks my heart. That you thought you ever had it, no you ain't from the start. Hey, I'm glad you're back with your bitch. I mean, who would wanna hide this? I will never, ever, 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 ever be your side chick. I put the singing single. Ain't worried about a ring on my finger. So you can tell your friend, shoot your shot when you see him. It's okay, he already in my DM. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True hurts needed something more exciting. Bum bum be dum bum be. I'ma hit you back in a minute. I don't play tag, bitch, I been it. We don't fuck with lies, we don't do goodbyes. We just keep it pushing like aye, aye, aye. I'ma hit you back in a minute. I don't play tag, bitch, I been it. We don't fuck with lies, we don't do goodbyes. We just keep it pushing like aye, aye, aye. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True hurts needed something more exciting. Bum bum be dum bum be.
Hey, hey, hey. She said, don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Degrees and Chuck T's on IBNX Radio. I'm your girl, CJ Raid. I'm here with...
Sid Wallace, Sydney Wallace, Sid Wallace.
So,
you want to call it Wall Street?
Sid Wall Street. I thought that would be your rap name. But who's Wall Street? Who does that? Is that...
Nobody. I just was just
Nobody?
like, it just flew. I'm like, Sid.
Oh,
Sid.
Black Street
'Cause
is
before,
gay.
Before
Black
my
Wall
name,
Street. Okay.
Before my name was just Sid, like on social media handles, it was just Sid Wall 23. So then I was just like, oh, Sid Wall Street. I'm like,
I think it's dope. I mean, you're already Sid.
Right.
But, like, I thought, like, if that sounds like a dope rap name.
I appreciate
Sid Wall
it.
Street.
Wall Street.
You know, some people, that could be like a alter ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, just think about it. And then when you do, just give me my credit. Just
All right, cool.
All right, y'all. So what we're gonna do? So Sydney is co-hosting, but we still are gonna interview her because there's a lot that has happened since like the year and a half that she's been here. So first, Sid, of course, is basketball, right? So you actually have healed from the ACL. Are you good to play?
I'm still healing. No, nah, don't put no ideas in my head because I'm the type to, be doing stuff when I'm not supposed to.
Right.
Be doing it as far
Now, I
as
saw you on the
that.
court. I think you were just shooting around, though, right?
Yeah,
Shooting at the gym.
I'm good as far as like working out. So right now, to give you an idea, so I'm 8 months post operation.
Okay.
So I got my surgery in February. So, we're in October. That's 8 months. So right now I'm doing stuff like weights and like running, agilities,
Okay.
shooting, but I haven't started any contact stuff yet. So I feel like that probably will come maybe like mid-November.
Wow. So you got to make. So that, I know that's an injury that this
It
is your
takes
second
time.
time, too.
Exactly, and I'm a little bit older now. My
So it takes
body's
time
a
to
little bit
heal.
older,
I get it.
so I'm not really rushing the process. It's just it takes time because you have to build back your muscle that you lost, and that takes time. So a lot of people go wrong by
Jumping
they try
out
to
there.
they try to come back too quick,
Too
and then
quick.
that's how you end up hurting yourself again. So
Absolutely.
I'm just taking my time with it right now.
So is this preventing you from going overseas?
No, it's
This-
not preventing me. It's just delaying it a little bit
delaying.
because there's
When
like,
does the season start overseas?
So most overseas seasons they start like people are playing right now.
Okay.
So most of the time you'll have your team by like July, and then a lot of people leave like August, September,
Okay.
and then that will go from like September to May or maybe earlier.
still got
April, May.
time.
Right. So
Okay.
there's always a break, like a Christmas break.
Okay.
So most of the time during the Christmas break, they change the teams up because people get hurt. Like I know one of my homegirls.
They really
she's
changed the
playing-
whole team.
Not the whole team, but
Oh,
people get
okay.
people get hurt, so they
Right,
have to
right.
get
To change the lineup
replacements
and
and
stuff.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's like 2 seasons. So
Okay.
the next season will be like January.
So
that's
you
what I'm
okay?
aiming
So
for.
that's
to
what
go
you
back
aim
in
for. That's
January.
dope. Okay, so that does give you the possibility. It's not like the league.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
are you still with the Italy? No, what team were you with?
I was
last-
last year I was in Finland.
were
They were
in
called
Finland.
Cats.
Cats.
Lappeenranta.
Yes,
Finland,
and
yeah.
they loved you there.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Cats. Dang, so much has gone
I know,
on.
it's crazy.
That is crazy. So the first ACL tear, that was in Georgia Tech. Were you playing?
Yep.
That was
my
fresh-
senior year.
Your senior year. Okay.
Yeah, of
What was
course.
the injury in freshman year? Did you have an injury? Or
Nah,
sophomore year?
well, I'll be having the most random, like, pettiest injuries. Like, my junior year, I had a concussion.
Damn.
Yeah, I was a
You
little
went
too
diving?
hyper.
Yeah, you dove for
I
the
had
ball?
it was like we were playing Florida State, and I was going crazy that game. I had like 20 points first half. I was just energetic and
Right.
happy. And I ended up, look, it was the first play out of the second half.
Okay.
And I turned the ball over, and I was like, oh, man, I can't go out like that. So I ran a girl down trying to block her shot, and she clipped me, and then she flipped me, and then I fell on my neck. The next thing I know,
Oh my god.
next thing I know, somebody was over me like,
so you
know where
blacked
you
out
at?
and everything.
Yeah, it was like,
What year is it? Who's the president? That
No,
whole
for
thing?
real. Like, do you know where you at?
Damn.
What's today? And I was just like,
I don't know. You
yeah,
tell
I don't know.
me.
Then I went to the hospital, and yeah, I had a concussion, and I had like a fracture in my nose. Yeah, all of that, and I missed the whole. And I missed the whole AC. This is my junior year. I missed the whole ACC tournament, because I had a concussion.
Right. you
But I
can't
used it to my advantage a little bit. I was telling my teachers like, I got a concussion. I don't remember the material for the
Stop
test.
it. No, you didn't.
I did.
So you didn't have to do. So did you have to do
I
the
was like-
finals? You handle finals?
I did, but I got like an extra month to do it because I was just like, yeah, bro, I don't remember that. I
Are
don't
you
remember nothing we learned.
serious?
Sorry. So, and then I ended up coming back and playing for the because we went to the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
And we played LSU in the first round, so I was there for that game.
You were there for that game.
But yeah, it was just petty stuff like that. So that was the ACL was the major injury that I had. I didn't have any other injuries like that.
Other than that, I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm thinking about. I don't.
And that's
remember
for my whole
concussion
life as well too. Like I've never really got hurt like that.
until
Like just petty stuff. Like I had like a toe problem one time.
yeah, y'all toes always get kinda-
Yeah, ankle. Like my granddaddy got a toe that would go like the
That's
this
stuck.
toe come on the top of the toe, so it'd be rubbing. and I had the
That
wrong
cord,
shoes on. And
ooh,
just, they was just rubbing, and it
ooh,
rubbed it raw, and
it
then it got to the
rubbed it.
point where I couldn't walk, so I had to put the little spaces thing between my. It was
Oh
bad,
God.
but nothing, nothing too crazy, nothing
Outside
like
of
ACL, because the ACL that's probably the
That's
ACL
the worst.
And Achilles.
The
Well, Achilles is the worst.
The Achilles is the worst.
Achilles, it's like Achilles, ACL, and then everything else.
Everything else.
Because it's just the amount of time that it takes to come back. Like it's a process, and it's like you got to be like, it's tough. Like I'm not
Mentally
saying
tough.
it's easy. Yeah, it's hard.
and
It's
definitely.
tough and physically tough as well. Like it hurt. It hurts.
She said it hurts.
Bad. Yeah.
Last year, did you? Because remember did you come home after the surgery?
Yeah,
Remember
'cause
we were
they
kind of like.
Yeah, I came home
So you
because I
did.
wanted my surgeon did the first one to do it again. 'Cause
Okay.
they were going to do it in Finland, but not saying that they don't have great doctors, because I know Scandinavia, they have great doctors and stuff like that. But I was just like, nah, like I just want
The same-
somebody who
Absolutely.
did
You're
it
already-
before, and I had a good success with the first one. I ain't had no problems since the first one, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going back to
To the
Dr.
States.
X.
That's
to-
what's up.
to
I
do
would.
it. Yeah.
I definitely would. Now, y'all have to forgive me because I'm talking like you guys already know exactly who this is. I kind of thought about it. I was like, wait. So Sydney is a graduate of Georgia Tech, and she played for the ladies basketball team, and of course played her freshman year and up until the entry in your senior year. Freshman year, what were you? What award was that you won?
I broke like a record for most points scored. I don't even know.
Was it in a game or is it? Like
I had a whole bunch of different little
something
random records
that you
I
broke.
set
Yeah.
throughout the year, and
Okay.
then we went to the NCAA tournament, and I was like, I scored like 83 points in like 3 games, and I was like on for like the top. It was like a top list of freshmen.
That's
that
what it
did
was. That's the top
And,
freshman.
I made it was like a record 8 threes made. I don't remember.
She went crazy.
Yeah, I did. I went crazy.
She said, "Yeah,
I had to. I'm like, ooh, we gonna be on TV, boy.
So you went off. Yeah, that's the one.
Turn up.
That's the one because you made the list with some other
Yeah,
like top
Maya
athletes.
Moore,
Uh-huh.
the greats, pretty much. Chrissy Tolliver, Brittany Griner, Brianna Stewart, a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah,
real prestigious. I
That
remember
was
us talking
just
about
that was just over 3 games because we lost to Baylor in the Sweet 16.
Yep,
So,
I remember that.
but they try to set us up for they always be doing us wrong, man. They always be doing
Tech.
Tech wrong. Yeah, they put us in a bracket with Baylor, the number 1 team in the
Right,
nation. like,
Connecticut. Like,
all right, yeah. Like, if we was on, I feel like if we was in another side, like on any other side of the bracket, we probably would have got to either the Elite 8, Final 4, without a doubt, with the team that we had that year. We was just
Definitely.
yeah, we was clicking, and then we were going.
Wow.
So
How much time we got in the segment? About 5 minutes. So last time I was telling my husband this. Last time we were here, we were speaking about because LeBron was, I do believe, he had not got traded yet, but that was the talks. Remember, they had to if we played a whole season, this is his second season. So I think we did know we were because I was
did
upset.
we know that he was going to the
We
Lakers?
knew he was going to the Lakers because I was upset because that's my team, and I don't.
She
we
don't
were
like LeBron.
I don't like LeBron.
He a LeBron fan.
And
so he
also,
has-
you're a bronsexual.
Oh, yeah,
I
man.
got that from you.
bronsexuals.
You're a bronsexual. We'll
Yeah.
bring y'all don't know who we talking about. Not yet, anyway. But I got that word from you, so I be calling people bronsexuals on IG and shit in the comments. I'm like, yeah, I got that from you. So we were talking about that, and I remember distinctly you said the Lakers was going to the finals.
Did I?
You did.
I don't think I said that.
I believe
It couldn't have been me.
because it was me, you, and Craig who were in the debate. Craig was like off cam. You know what I'm saying? And remember we were trying to run back the Western Conference. I think we forgot Dallas was the team we did. Remember
Oh,
we were.
yeah,
Remember
'cause
we were.
we didn't know about Luka yet. We didn't know how good Luka was gonna be.
I don't know what happened. We totally skipped Dallas. But we was talking about Boogie. We didn't know where Boogie was going at the time. But I think you and I knew. I think Craig was saying he was going to the Lakers then. And then you and I knew something about. We just felt like he was going to Golden State, and that's what ended up happening. So now that Boogie's hurt. So, but
Yeah, man. But I feel so bad.
I feel bad for him too. I think
I get it. And they kind of rushed him.
I felt like
They
they
definitely
rushed
because
him.
people
That
don't
was a
understand
rush.
like your quad and your ACL is connected. Like
Right.
that's so your quad. If your quad isn't strong enough, then your knee gonna go.
It's
And that's
gonna go.
exactly what happened. And it's like he wasn't even playing. He was in practice, like
Mm-hmm.
working out, like workout. Like
I'm worried he's gonna get dropped. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
how.
We'll definitely-
I-
Cause I like him. You know what I'm
do too.
saying?
I like
I feel
Boogie.
like he's definitely an asset, but the Lakers are getting kind of busy. They warming up with the lineup this year. You Laker fan? Well, because it's Brown, whatever. So I had to realize that I have basketball hate for LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike him
I don't
as
either.
a person.
I love LeBron as a
I
person.
love LeBron as a
I love
family
LeBron as a
man.
person.
I love him as what he's doing as a philanthropist, as an entrepreneur. But I had to realize, I had to take a step back. I was like, because I remember when he put that school out, and I boo cried. I was like, this is black
that's dope.
excellence. I was like,
Yeah,
this is
that's
so
that's
dope.
that's great. That's dope. That's
It
a whole
is
nother level of greatness.
fantastic. Another level
Yeah,
of greatness.
That's a whole nother level.
And
That's
I had
inspirational.
I had to realize, I was like, it's
You
basketball.
can't hate on that man. Yeah, it's just basketball.
It's just basketball.
It's
But now
not-
he's on my team, and they gonna do all right. Him and Unibrow, I believe, and Rondo at the point. I think him and Unibrow gonna be all right.
Oh,
I don't care for Rondo though. Oh,
him and Uni. You don't like Rondo? I love Rondo. But I got a cat. My cat's named after Rondo.
are you serious?
Yeah, I got a cat named Rondo.
He just that attitude.
Cause I liked him when he was with Boston.
That
And I hate
attitude.
Boston. I hated Boston, but I liked Rondo.
That attitude. Nobody.
He childish.
He's very
He's
immature.
childish.
He's childish. Okay, so we're gonna stick a pin in it. We gotta go to break, and we are definitely okay. So what song is this? This is Sydney's list, y'all. So I asked her to give me some of her top songs that she's feeling right now, like in hip hop. So what song we going to, Sid?
Well, y'all said y'all can't find my boy song.
So-
Signs. Y'all put zigs on there. Maybe that's why y'all ain't typing it in right.
Probably right. After that, who we got? Young Thug and what?
Cardi. Brother Cardi is on with the Gucci girl.
I don't know that song. I'm about to
Yeah.
hear it right now.
Hey,
All
what
right,
is
so
that?
this is CJ Ray and
what?
Sid. Ivy X Radio, Degrees Chuck T's will go nowhere.
Who in here?
48 hurt.
That's gonna get me ready.
Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. 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 Yeah. I came from the top. Big pointers in a watch. Filled up a front with some thoughts. Pillsbury double with the money. Yeah. I take the top of the beers off. I take the top of your girl off. Bitches are caution your Murloc. I talk that talk like a TikTok. I was just bringing it burn out. I pull the syrup out. Mix red with the green like a turtle. And a little workout. Ayy, how about a Maybach coupe? Inside blue and the paddock came blue. Ayy, I'm about to spray your boo. Naked at the party, come Bay roof. Ayy, I put the crab on the seat. I'm real good, got the crab on the seat. Ayy, paralyze a nigga in the street. Yeah, riding with the Corbin on the seat. Hey, pop out a new red spider. Yeah, I bought a new red spider, bitch. Hit your mama don't wife her. Yeah, her, she ain't just like a bitch. I'ma take a ball, look peep. Ayy, yellow school bus in my cheeks. Ayy, roll red stars in the seat. Yeah. Stars in the seat, yeah. I'm just to give it up. They may be the cool, but I keep it tough. They could do it that when I build it up. I run around the town with this in me tuck. I got my bundles up. Back burner, if you gotta tell me tough. Money on the thing, my sir. I'ma come through, I big word. Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf, yeah. I came from the top. Big pointers in a watch. Filled up a front with some thoughts. Pillsbury double with the money. I take the top of the beers off. I take the top of your girl off. Bitches are caution your Murloc. I talk that talk like a TikTok. I was just bringing it burn out. I pull the syrup out. Mix red with the green like a turtle. And a little workout. Hey, hopping out the Lambo coupe. I forgot the roof. Bone like swoosh. Hey, spin like I lost a damn tooth. I'm a dog's gon' roof where you come from the swoop. Hey, I left the streets and I went to the booth. No hesitate, I'ma shoot. Hey, I'm about to get something new. I'ma geek that bitch up. I'ma paint that bitch blue. Hey, I'ma leave him dead in the street. Throw him in the room, won't find him for a week. Hey, all of my hoes they free. Shrink on my money, then I ain't getting beat. Bitch, shoot that bitch up with the stick at the clock in the spot. Split that bitch sucking my cock. She bad and she know that she got a fat ass. How can I not? Hey, they screaming my name. They singing my shit all in Spain. Kiss on my shit, need a cane. I'm blowing on good Mary Jane. Hey, look at my mama up. Watch how hot as the sauna we up. Up like a Tonka truck. Not on J Mayo, but I get the bug. Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. Rock the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf, yeah. I came from the top. Big pointers in a watch. Filled up a front with some thoughts. Pillsbury double with the money. I take the top of the beers off. I take the top of your girl off. Bitches are caution your Murloc. I talk that talk like a TikTok. I was just bringing it
Hey. Okay, so what is he saying?
He's saying a lot.
What is he saying?
Wipe the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. Wipe the Cartiers off with the Gucci scarf. Yeah, I came from the top. Big orders in the watch. Filled up the Molly with thoughts.
You don't know either.
Filled up the Molly with thoughts.
50%.
Pillsbury Doughboy with the something. I still don't know the whole lyrics yet. I take the top of your Benz off. I take the top of your girl off. He be snapping.
He snapped 50.
He be snapping.
But I can only understand about 45%. It
boy
means
be-
nothing if I can't.
That
I
boy
get
be
the melodic
snapping.
part. That's the part I at least can fuck with.
That boy be snapping.
I'll be like, okay, so IBNX Radio, you guys. CJ Ray, KB is gone. She'll be back next week. So my co-host for the day is the wonderful Sid Wallace. You know what? Real quick, I think even if you rap by Sydney Wallace is dope. You know, some people just Kanye West it.
Yeah.
It just hit me. I was like, Sydney Wallace is still dope.
But people call me Sid though.
I know, like I just saw you. I'm saying,
Like don't nobody be like Sid. My mom, only my mother, Sydney.
because it
Like, it
is a
sounds
mouthful.
weird.
But Sydney Wallace, I'm just saying.
Like it sounds weird when somebody's
You-
like,
you
"Hey,
still
Sydney."
knew-
I'm like, "What?"
Because everybody, okay, so Sydney has started to do, but see, when you're related, it's kind of like she ventured out into music.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to see the video, I posted it on my IG and I'm on Facebook, and I'm public everywhere. So if on IG, you can go to, I don't even know, CJ_ do it my way. And then on Facebook, it's Connie CJ Rayford, RAIFORD. I posted her music video. Dope. You came out of nowhere. But we're going to talk about the music. We're going to come back. So she also is venturing out into fashion, into clothing. So right now we have her business partner, and I'm sure co-creator, et cetera, DJ with us. So he's
Derek.
I call people by I don't like nicknames. Derek. I'll rename you in a second. Y'all know how I do. So we have Derek here with us, and in the next segment, we're gonna get all into the clothing and more into the music. But I just wanted to bring you on cam because we already started talking about the random rundown. So I like to get my guests like opinion and y'all chime in or whatever. So we're gonna we were already talking. Yeah, we were already talking about this. So I forget. This is the random rundown. Down. All right. Love it. So Boeing and Porsche, you all, have developed the first electric car. And I'm not saying that it's like in talks or anything like that. There is a prototype that can take off, that can hover. It hovers and fly. Nah.
Listen.
That's what I said. Nah. I don't like it.
Cool.
You ain't about to be pulling up to my house.
Dropping
Hovering over the roof. Like I know you. Like, what is that? You think it's the police, right?
Yeah,
I would think
I ain't with it.
it's a ghetto bird if you ask me.
I ain't with it.
Like I told you all,
I ain't with it.
off cam.
It's a real drop by.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm dropping by, bro.
Hey, where you at?
There's like real talk. I'm above your house.
Nah, bro. Santa Claus type stuff.
I'm not gonna do it. I need that thing to be like flying for 10 years before I get on it. I know, I was raised by the Jetsons and everything like that. I thought by now we would be in flying cars. And no, I don't. No. Insurance on that bitch gonna be high as hell. That's gonna be a mortgage.
What? They gotta do waivers.
Then what
or
happened?
something.
You crashed your John in a tree, like
I don't
fault?
know.
who follows that? The
Like,
tree
you-
fault?
It's
get
your
the
fault,
suit?
I
Your fault?
guess.
How you gonna drop out the sky now?
Man.
I don't-
Watch how many slip and slides it's gonna be. Slip and
Bro,
slides.
Oh,
Yeah,
everybody
bro.
gonna like if there's enough, it's gonna just like cars. You gotta, but then how you gonna put the? Wait a minute.
It's
Now,
the platforms that they say like what is the
but wait, how do you know which way is the right way to go? Are we gonna follow cars on the ground?
GPS about to be crazy.
There's a way.
Make this turn at the next cloud.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. At the next bird.
At the next bird, turn around, or watch out for that bird. They're gonna have to tell
telling
you.
bro. I don't know.
But if it already does that, I feel like they've already figured it out. I think some of it.
If Elon Musk ain't doing it, I'm not rocking with it. I'm sorry.
For real. Who you telling? But I'm not.
It's over with.
I'm not
I ain't
ready.
buying no flying car, bro.
Not right now.
Nah.
No, I was
That's
thinking.
spirit, low key.
Stop. No, And I remember I got on Spirit. I said, I will never do this
I ain't never
again.
did it. They tried to do it with me.
Spirit ain't even
And
got
my
no
flight got
feet
canceled.
rest, though.
They don't got nothing. The chairs, you sitting in
Let
there
me
like
not
this.
let me not down people that fly Spirit because
I mean, some if you just going with
you can
a
get a flight for a really good price.
you can, but
But
if
it's
you
just
just got to
like-
carry on, you got to get choo-choo, it's cool. But not when you really trying to go somewhere and your money's low. No, ma'am. If you trying to go to Cali, forget about it.
See,
I had to get to Vegas really quick and for one of my first comedy shows, and they booked me and put me on Spirit, and I didn't really know that it's almost like you got to put a quarter to go to the bathroom. That's how bad it is. I'm playing
For real?
No, but
Oh.
they might as well charge you.
For business, it's cool. If you're getting flued out, that's not acceptable.
Well,
If you're getting flued out, that's not acceptable.
because it was a last
They
minute
tried
thing.
to
They
fly
was
me
like,
on
"Can
Spirit.
you?"
Minnesota
They was
tried to
like,
fly me on
"Can you
Spirit.
get here X and put me on
and
that
my
shit?"
flight got canceled. That's
Look.
why I was like, it was like delayed, canceled.
The
I'm
bags
like, bro,
cost more
come
than
on.
the tickets.
Then they talking about they had maintenance problems. I'm like, oh yeah, nah, bro,
No.
I'm not about to be.
Now we got to move on to our next topic. Now this one, Sydney, I thought it would be funny for you to read because I know you into like sneakers and stuff and fashion. So go ahead and read this for me. Right. Then yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. The U.S. Customs.
Yep.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers seized 14,806 pairs of fake Nikes. Jesus. If should as authentic would have been more worth than $2 million. They arrived in containers marked as napkins.
Okay, let me tell y'all basically how dumb this was. Because I know about shipping and weight and things. Not dope weight. Let me correct y'all. I'm just saying because of trucks and, you know, the industry that Craig and I are in, you know, we got our own transportation company. So I know about weight, LBS.
Right.
So if you're shipping something and shoes are fucking heavy, right?
Right.
So if you got 14, almost 15,000 shoes, you can't put them as napkins. Napkins are light.
Right.
Shoes are not.
Right.
So what probably happened is somebody didn't want to pay the whole shipping, and they put them as napkins because napkins would be light to ship, and they got busted because
Yeah, like
I'm
some
sure
dummies.
that
Like,
like
boy, these
some
ain't no
dummies.
napkins.
They're not napkins. That's the dumbest. I was like, me and Craig was laughing like this. I'm just saying how dumb it is.
14,000 though?
Almost pairs. So that means there's
Oh
two.
god, so there's really like
It's
double
two
that,
pairs.
28,000.
It's heavy. Now, man, so they've already been coming in the country. And did they say from China? We don't. Okay, so
Gotta be.
It's gotta be. But I'm just saying. But they've already entered the country. We know. You know what I'm saying? But are these going to stores? See, I start thinking. I'm a conspiracy. Like, are they going to stores? Where are they going? Because obviously this ain't the first time.
14,000 is a lot. Of
That's
shoes.
exactly.
A
If
lot.
if you just now starting, you may do like 4,000
That
or
might be
something.
in, like Jimmy Jazz or something.
But that's my
Like
point.
those small
If you
boutiques and stuff.
if you really are shipping 15,000 pairs of shoes, you getting off. Pause.
That's crazy.
So that means they in Jimmy Jazz. They're in what's the DTLR?
Oh, no.
Sorry, DTLR. I'm just saying, Foot Locker would never. But you know. But I'm saying how real, because some of them joints be looking real as hell. Like, you know, you got to be a connoisseur to know what the shoes look like. But 15,000, yeah, them things is flooded. They flooded the large New Yorks and the Chicagos and Miamis. They're definitely, yeah. But I thought it was stupid.
Napkins.
That's
though.
wild.
Napkin.
It's a lot of
Y'all gonna label
items.
as napkins, you could just
It's a lot of items. You can say water
say something
bottles
else,
or
yeah.
something. A
Something
water
that would make
bottle,
sense
yeah.
for it to be that heavy.
Exactly. Or even if you was trying to just skim it a
It is
little bit, you
opposite
could have said
napkins.
toys, or you know what I'm saying, like something that kind of resembles. But that's why they got caught, I'm sure. Other than that, it would be a snitch, you know. But I'm just saying it was marked napkin, so that's what it was. It was the weight. Anyway, we're gonna move on. We got about 10 minutes or so. I thought this one was real interesting, and I'm gonna throw it out there to you guys. So Sesame Street has introduced a puppet named her name is Carly, and her mom. The storyline is that she's gonna be addicted to drugs. This is Sesame Street now. To opioids, more specifically, you know, the opioid crisis. I'm gonna go give you my opinion, then we'll rock from there. But Carly's gonna explain that her mom has an adult grown-up problem that she goes to NA meetings, and that basically in the U.S., because her story is geared to the 5.7 million kids whose parents are affected by substance abuse. Now, let me give you the caveat for this. Sesame Street has talked about divorce you know, their parents are divorced. Sesame Street's push the boundaries, talk about like if someone touches you, you know, teaching kids about that. And they even have an autistic character, forget the name. So do y'all think this is appropriate? I mean, we are in certain times, and there's 5.7 million kids affected by this. So what do you guys think? We'll start with you, DJ.
To be honest, I feel like a lot of cartoons, like looking back, like when we go back and look at a lot of cartoons, there was a lot of messages.
A lot.
So like we go back and we're like, dang, like think about Scooby-Doo, for instance. Shaggy was always high.
With the girls.
You feel me? Like he was
And
always
Fred was always
high.
with Shaggy.
Always.
Go check and see if the
you
water
know,
is blue. I stay here with the girls.
If Fred was like a real person, that's
Fred
the
was a
Me Too
freak.
movement. That's Me Too movement for
Fred
real.
probably was
Fred was
parlayed.
tripping.
He was gonna
Fred
catch a
was
few
parlayed.
That's what I'm
cases.
saying. Fred used to tell like Shaggy
Yeah,
and Scooby,
like, yo,
Shaggy,
y'all go with the
Scooby.
dog.
Why don't y'all go over there?
Go see if the
Why don't y'all
if
go
the
check
water
out
is
that
wet.
garbage can?
And they used to be like,
he was Lil Bro and Shaggy for the longest.
yeah,
Like,
I just noticed
feel
that.
me?
I'm
Like,
Yeah.
like,
saying,
that's
like-
crazy. And I
He
really
would
used to
tell
watch
him
it.
to go off
Yeah.
and whatever.
Yeah, and he would be with the, and I'll stay here with the girls.
I'm here with and I watched the lady Thelma and what was it?
Daphne.
Daphne.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I feel like cartoons, this is not the first time. Like Sesame Street is just a good platform because
Right.
they go from every topic, you know?
Right.
I think they even did the whole LGBT thing.
I think
for a
so.
while, you know what I'm saying?
For a minute,
For a
yeah,
minute.
they did.
So they did,
But I
swear.
think that was probably the limit, the real
Yeah.
like
They tested
pushing
the
it.
waters a
They
little
tested
bit.
it because I don't really hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
They just
But
touched it to
They
let
touched
you
on it
know.
and see like if that was, you know, the boundary. I think that's where people, you know, like, oh my God. But again, it's still relevant. You know what I'm saying? But most people kind of feel like the naysayers are saying that you're pushing this on children. And they're gonna feel like, well, what is an opioid? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if they're gonna say that specifically. You know, you could talk. I think kids, first of all, we underestimate children. Smart as hell, and half the stuff they either gonna Google or they already know from their friends.
Exactly.
I have a niece, bro, and my sister got her iPad, and it's like a lot of times she'll be watching the iPad and she'll be so tuned in she can't hear you talking. So it's like the power of electronic devices.
It's a baby
beyond,
Kids don't be knowing how to read,
know
but
what
they
I'm
know how to
Search
do
on
stuff
you-
on it. Like,
Tell Siri, because my 4-year-old be like, Siri, find SpongeBob. And she's 4
Right.
and knows how. I'd be like, what? Tell
That's
Siri all
crazy.
kind of stuff. How do you spell
It's crazy.
don't
4?
make no sense.
My niece called me the other day. It was 6 a.m. She called me, hey, Uncle D, and then hung up. I'm like, where's
Just
your
checking
mom?
on you.
Like, yeah,
Right.
like, you're 3.
Right.
Did she FaceTime you?
Right.
FaceTime.
FaceTime.
Hey,
Oh, that was I was just playing. She
No,
really
so serious.
FaceTime you?
FaceTime.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I
all the
was
time.
joking.
No, so
Wow.
serious, bro. It's funny.
See,
I
they know
laugh.
the button and everything. And especially if it was
laugh.
DJ, she figured that out a long time ago.
quickly.
She's
Sid, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of to piggyback on what DJ said. It's like it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, they're gonna know about it,
Eventually.
and it's just like,
Well, I feel like it's in the music, and
especially the music of now.
the
like, with
music
the,
of now,
the new generation, and all of them talking about opioids and
about
Zany this, Papa
all
drinking,
that.
like, it's
So I
like-
feel like the younger you can get to them to deter them from
Right.
that, even though it's in the music, and you can maybe create a level of awareness. You can, Sesame Street is to teach you to be like a critical thinker, right? To be intelligent, to be smart. So I feel like, well, if you can get them as young as you can to teach them that this is bad. I don't
Right.
care what thugs say. I don't care what Future says that,
Exactly.
this is bad and you don't have to do
Right.
this.
Cause growing up, they weren't talking about no Papa
all.
Zanny, Papa Perk.
Hell no. Most we had growing up was the Chronic.
No,
That, right. And they legalizing that.
dancing. Yeah, and the dancing and stuff. It was more dance music.
So
than anything.
yeah, that's from
Soulja
your
Boys and stuff, man.
exactly from your era, but from my era,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Death Row. I'm from the Death Row
Okay,
era.
yeah, so, yeah.
So
So
all
most
we
y'all
was
had,
talking about was weed.
Henny and weed, yeah.
That's it.
That's about it.
Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping
that's
on
it.
gin and juice,
They
laid
on some
back.
whole other stuff. Mix the
Stuff
lean,
you can dive
the
in.
lean with the
Wait
rock.
a minute.
It
They were
said-
talking about serving
mixed-
fiends too, though.
But that's different. When people are glorifying being the fiend.
It was more of a subtle
True,
thing.
true.
Don't glorify being a fiend.
Okay,
Right.
I feel it.
Like
Like
if you
mixing
gonna
the-
talk
the
about it,
lean.
pitch it. Don't take it. That's how I feel.
Somebody
Like,
said it was like, oh,
be
yeah,
the shooter, not
oh,
the
yeah.
one that got shot.
We
That's
used
how
to
I feel.
lean with it, rock with it. Now they mixing lean
with the rock with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy. And I told this story before.
Like, it's not cool.
It's not cool. My daughter, Cam, is 16 now.
Jesus.
Jesus, right? in middle school. She said a girl found out online how to make syrup or whatever
That's
Prometh, yeah,
crazy.
codeine.
and brought it to school. Told another kid it was Kool-Aid and had her drink it.
See,
You don't know that kid could have had allergic
seizure.
reaction
A seizure.
and
Whatever.
died.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
crazy.
That's not cool. And,
and
it's
how-
like the people that have those platforms, it's like you got millions of people,
Millions.
kids and stuff watching you and following you. So say something positive. You telling kids to do drugs, like
They're telling, and Future is the father of this. The grand he ushered
he
in
is,
that.
but future still.
He's still gonna be.
Oh, I'm
It's just
sorry.
how we
Future's
glorify
still-
people. I mean, at the time we
Hendrix.
glorify a lot of people who have
We
big
do.
platforms.
We do.
And you know what I'm saying? We don't glorify enough the people who have a platform who's actually doing something. We glorify
Like a J.
people
Cole,
more, yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
We glorify the people
They
more
wanna
so
be
who
like-
take their platform and just do whatever with it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
Like,
what they like. Even like the people that's doing stuff for attention, like Boonk Gang, like
Yeah.
going around stealing for views. Now you know what I'm saying. He got
glorify
he
that,
got
you know what
knocked
I'm
out,
saying?
and now his whole mouth is wired, and he on it. Yeah.
now he's talking about, oh,
Now
I'm
he's-
trying to change.
Change
my
my
life.
life.
But I get it though.
But sometimes that's what it take though. Get your ass knocked out, and then you gonna learn a lesson, a hard lesson.
Right, bro.
But yeah, my sister had to put daughter had to put me on it. I said he's doing what?
Going around.
And that's why I
Boonk-
said
Boonk-
nobody
Boonk-
shot this nigga yet. Like
They close.
close.
Somebody
That's
beat. He got
it's
jumped.
crazy because like we both been overseas a little bit. So like one of those things that kind of stuck out to me is like over there they listen to a lot of rap music and stuff
Of
like
course.
that.
No censor.
So they don't really know like the stuff that they're saying. So like I've coached kids and stuff like
They don't-
over
they don't
there.
know.
Yeah, I've
They
coached
really
kids
don't
over
So
there.
they're saying lean and don't
Oh,
even
yeah,
know
don't even know
what
what
it
they're
is.
talking about.
Lean, and we're all kind of, but they don't know because
They don't know
just
the-
know
Because
from
their
the
radio
music.
station is not censored at
At
all.
all.
I was over there listening to the radio, and they just fuck.
The
F
radio-
this,
I know
F
you
that,
was like-
and I was like, this on y'all radio?
You
Even at
said-
the games, like before,
So
like
serious.
pregame.
Are you
like,
serious? So it's just
no censor,
The
just
radio,
raw.
the TV is no censor.
No
There's a-
censors.
crazy
okay.
thing is-
TV I knew, but I didn't know the
Yeah.
radio,
Radio.
that can.
Nothing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So they saying nigga and don't
All
even
that.
know,
Don't know.
All that.
Don't know.
All
the
that.
implication.
All of that.
So if American come over there and see
They
nigga
like-
and they get knocked out, they have no idea what they just
Yeah.
got beat up for.
Exactly.
Coach had to tell me that though. He's like, the kids you coaching, they don't know.
They don't know.
The cultural impact
Exactly.
or what they're saying. They
But
could
that's
be
just a
like,
piece though, because it's like it's kids like that here. They hear music, they see something, they don't know because nobody's really telling them that. They just going off of everybody's doing it.
that's crazy. But I didn't know that everything was But I
Uncensored.
feel, see, here I go again with the conspiracy shit. See, why would they do that? Why would they allow that though?
Europe
I
is
know
a
they're more
freer place,
lax.
though.
They're more
More
free.
relaxed and, yeah, laid
But I
back.
feel
They be
like
chilling.
why would you know as someone who's putting out these messages what lean is with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like they know. So why are you putting out the messages? You know what nigga mean. Everybody know what nigger means.
However you
So
want.
why would it's just maybe I know they don't like to be censored. I don't even think that's in their like
Vocabulary.
but yes,
Yeah.
like in their their culture.
Right.
I was gonna say
I
society.
mean, well,
same
yeah,
thing.
some places though, yeah, they're still racist in Europe because it's like
Of
they've never
course.
seen black. Like I go
Of
some
course.
places never seen black
Uh,
people. Never
On
seen-
the eastern side, like
Prague,
like the Arabic.
those
most of
people,
the-
yeah,
that
'cause
like
side.
I know I had a friend from Croatia, and she was like, "There's no black people.
There's
in
no
Croatia."
black people.
So you go over there, they looking at you like
Oh, you're a specimen almost because
you
they
look
don't
like a
know.
unicorn or something. to
They
them.
know
Like, what
of
is
black
that?
people.
They're like that with everything though, like even sexuality. Like I've had teammates who's like, I don't identify as anything, and they're just like cool with it. Like it's just like Europe is so free.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
different.
Yeah, they're very. He said, "I don't."
That's where it's at.
He's like,
Or
"Oh,
can you
yeah.
be a chair? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a chair.
he-
So they don't identify as
man,
anything.
Dude, I'm a question mark.
But you got.
Don't worry about it. Dude. I'm just what I am.
I am what I. He said, "Don't worry."
My name
Yo,
is my
yo
name
said
is
a
Felipe.
question
That's who I
mark.
am.
And it may
Felipe.
not want to be Felipe.
That probably ain't his name.
Right. That's what.
I ain't judging Felipe.
I be
up,
up to.
all y'all who
We
watch
love
it,
all
appreciate y'all
Felipes. Shout out to the. Felipes.
Shout out to the Felipes.
I know a few Felipe.
I think I do too. Right. Right. Shout out Felipe.
My dog's Felipe.
Shout out Felipe.
But that's crazy though. Like I just feel like if you, I don't know. I'm not there, but I just feel like the powers that be know the implication of some stuff, and you would think that after a few tries at it, that like especially with Americans, we going overseas, like you asking for it. Let somebody just
And then now, since we under this fool, you know, they looking at us like,
But they protest Donald Trump more than we do.
yeah, they be
They
like,
do.
that's your president. I'm like, y'all, ain't my
Right.
I
I
don't
don't.
even say that name
Who
over
that?
there, bro. I can't.
Excuse me?
They look at me crazy.
Again? Come again?
Right.
Because I was in France when he got elected.
And they
And
could
was
probably like,
did you say what? I'm
y'all
like,
did. I'm like, I didn't do
I
that.
low key knew it was gonna happen. I'm like, he gonna get elected.
yeah.
Watch.
But they I appreciate that about them because I guess they're able to come at their politicians like that. So they they had a blow up doll with a little penis, and it looked like a Audi, like a belly button, but it was and it had a little bitty penis. So
Of Trump?
They were basically like.
F you, yeah.
They were protesting, but they were just saying like, how people that are grandiose like that basically are making up for, like why a man would get people say if you get a sports car, you're making up for something where you're lacking. Overcompensating. Thank you. Degrees.
Politics throw the most shade. If you really like to go there.
So they was like, you got a little dick for how you be treating people. Basically.
It's crazy.
You got a little
It
dick.
fit the script.
It fits the description. You're like a bully. You talk
is a
down
bully.
about every person.
He's crazy,
you
man.
bash women. He punches down. So basically, it's like you're punk and your dick's little.
Damn.
And then that's how everybody in Europe like looks at us. Like, oh, that's a reflection. He's a reflection of
Absolutely.
America. Like,
Well, 'cause we
that's
picked
what y'all
him.
accept. We
as a group.
Quote unquote we, even though we didn't because Hillary Clinton won by like what was it 3 million votes.
But I kind of felt like there was no way they was gonna let a woman get in office.
Not right. Yeah, they may do it now because it's overwhelming. Joe Biden may win. But anyway, we got to move on, you guys. So we're gonna go to break. Who's making that? Sydney. Nothing. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go to this is another song of yours, Sid. So this is Kevin Gates. How funny! I think
That's
I know
not my
this one.
song. That's him. I don't listen to Kevin. I'll put out there. I don't listen to Kevin.
Straight
Gates.
New Orleans boy.
That's
you
DJ
heard
song.
me.
IBX Radio.
DJ from New Orleans. So
Oh, okay, are you? Be right back.
You was acting funny round me, wouldn't let me touch you out. Think I'm disgusting, no, I probably won't get enough money. Ouch, I had to buckle down. You my motivation, you the reason why I hustle now. You know I find it funny how you're not acting funny now. My name ringing, money pow, showing off your body now, dancing to my music loud. Every show you in the crowd, texting me and telling me I'm dead. Want me to love you now. Wish I could have been like Chance the Rapper. Penitentiary chances, I took a chance at rapping. Black sheep of the family, everything I touched to turn to shit, nobody proud of me. Consistently a fuck up like a black cloud was surrounding me. Niggas I was loyal to, behind my back they clowning me. I was really digging this little bitch and she skipped out on me. With this NFL nigga, she went out of town on me. Shout out to the disbelievers, appreciate you for dialing me. When that shit happened with this one, you went put that in the hood. But they both know what's down with me, I eat that pussy good. You expose yourself and not shit you'll never know about. Come to the shot, get out of line, you get your brain blowed out. You know I find it funny how you was acting funny round me, wouldn't let me touch you out. Think I'm disgusting, no, I probably won't get enough money. Ouch, I had to buckle down. You my motivation, you the reason why I hustle now. You know I find it funny how you're not acting funny now. My name ringing, money pow, showing off your body now, dancing to my music loud. Every show you in the crowd, texting me and telling me I'm dead. Want me to love you down. You know I'm platinum, I got status on some hood shit. You know I wish I could not see through all your bullshit. You know I wish it could be us, we could be cool with. I done took off 1,000 miles past Hood Ridge. I ain't forget where I came from, we was in the trenches. I can't forget all my day ones, no I miss you niggas. You did me dirty, now I got you niggas in your feelings. I'm in the booty club, throwing money at the strip. Yeah, hey, I don't know how to turn down. Say, look, it retired. God sent me an angel when he sent me Draco. Held it down while in the drought, we made them all believe. You know I find it funny how you was acting funny round me, wouldn't let me touch you out. Think I'm disgusting, no, I probably won't get enough money. Ouch, I had to buckle down. You my motivation, you the reason why I hustle now. You know I find it funny how you're not acting funny now. My name ringing, money pow, showing off your body now, dancing to my music loud. Every show you in the crowd, texting me and telling me I'm dead. Want me to love you down. Don't let me catch you niggas stepping. I'm supposed to be your baby. Supposed to be your baby.
The commercial break. Okay. IBNX Radio, Degrees of Chuck T's. Your girl CJ Ray here with my co-host for the day, the wonderful, talented.
Sid Wall Street.
See, she went.
Yeah.
She went by Sid Wall Street today, or just now. I think that's dope. I think that's gonna be our alter ego.
That's the one?
You think she
Sid
would rock?
versus Wall Street. I think that's the name.
Yeah, that's dope. I think
That's the one.
Sid versus Wall Street.
that could be a name of your album.
Ooh.
That
I think
major
my first-
pain.
My first, my first little album gonna be it's gonna be called Rehab.
Rehab. Oh my goodness, from the injury and everything. That's strong.
Rehab.
That's
You
strong.
know what I'm saying?
But stick a pin in Sid versus Wall Street. Maybe that's kind of
on
like
that. It's cool.
A
sophomore
mixtape.
mixtape. Yeah,
Mixtape.
Sid. I think that's
Just
dope.
Sid
do your Lil
versus-
Wayne.
Sid
And then you can
versus,
go Sid versus Wall Street Volume 2. You can do
Yeah,
whatever.
volume
like-
2.
I feel like I don't got two egos though.
But
You
that's
are
why you
Sagittarius,
created.
Yeah, we are Sagittarius, but bro, we
Sagittarius.
one track though.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's-
you know what I'm saying?
Like Sasha Fierce and
No,
whoever
that's
Kanye
more
is
chill
today.
out.
Well, I'm
That's-
not. I'm
that's-
not talking like okay when Mike got up there, right? When Mike Jack got up there, he would become. He'd be like, like. But when he hits the stage, he was a beast. You know what I'm saying? Performing, and it's almost. It is almost like something gets into your body.
Was he a Sag? Was Mike?
No, Mike a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
that's why.
That's
That's why. That makes sense.
It makes sense.
That makes
He's a
lot of
Gemini.
sense.
And then-
Gemini's wild, boy.
Yeah,
they
he's a
really got
Gemini.
two different.
Well, there are two
personalities.
different people.
Two different people.
But
for sure.
okay, since y'all trying to find excuses, I'm a Cancer. Cancers are supposed to be laid back. They're supposed to be like protectors. I feel like I'm the other Cancer because I'm not shy.
There's another Cancer?
No, I named it.
Oh,
I coined it.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
That I still am a Cancer, but I have all these other qualities. Like most Cancers are reserved, or you know what I'm saying, because the outer shell type thing or whatever. But I'm not. Like I still have my moments, but I do comedy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get out there, put myself out there. Like
Right.
I can host a whole radio show by myself.
Cancer in that. What month is that again? That's
I'm in July. So that's the end of
to-
June and then into middle of
into
July.
middle of July.
Yeah, so I'm July 17th. Like I'm a Cancer. I'm like right up in there.
Cancer.
I'm a Cancer.
Yeah, we Sagittarius.
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 Y'all Sag.
Sag.
I don't know
You
much
feel
about
me?
Sagittarius.
Well, you kind of on the.
On the cusp.
You know what? Y'all want to know something
Bob,
crazy?
you
I
on the
was
back
born-
end?
I was born 11/59/59. 1 second before Capricorn. So
Stop. Well, you a
That's
Capricorn.
crazy.
So no.
You
no.
are a Capricorn.
We rare,
You're
bro.
crazy.
You
I'm
are
a
one. You
Sag.
made it by
You don't
1
wanna-
minute.
You know what
You
that
don't
means?
wanna
They
claim
saved the
that cat.
best for last. Literally.
It was
You-
meant to be though.
You don't
feel
want to
me?
claim that.
But you're on the
You
cusp.
getting that one.
No.
So
that
you're
one
no, you're
window.
blended.
I literally saved the best for last. 1 second.
One.
God said, bro, you're the last one.
You the Cappy.
That's
on, man.
crazy.
No, he is Sagittarius because
Except
just
for-
from his personality.
mean,
we kind
it
of
could
we're
be.
very similar.
But we were on the same wavelength.
That's
we didn't-
crazy.
For real.
We be on the same wave like all the time.
Is that on your birth certificate?
It is.
Okay.
Actually, no. It's on the statement. You know how they tell you time of birth.
Yeah,
all
that's
that.
why I'm asking.
Bro, my mom-
Are
my
you
dukes.
dead ass?
So serious.
That's crazy.
So serious. That's
So
right.
you were the last of the last until TikTok, and then you would have been a
would have
Capricorn.
been a cap, but I can't see it.
Cap.
Capping.
Big
I
ball
can't
capping.
do it. Can't do it.
Capricorns are feel
Capital
like they're
girl.
entitled, but you know what?
My mother's a
Hold on,
Capricorn.
no?
They
My
feel
mom's a
like
Capricorn.
they feel like they're entitled, and you're supposed to do stuff for them. But anyway, we're digressing. So
So let's not get on.
we
this
about to get a
soapbox.
little bit deep here, and so here are the degrees of Chuck T show, you guys. We don't stray away from anything. We talk about any and all topics. We like to have fun. Y'all know that I'm the comedian, and KB is a songwriter / she's a Libra, so she's my balance. When
I
I'm
like-
about to really
I
just
like Libras. I
and she
connect
pulls
well
me
with
back
Libras.
in, and she's we're the yin and the yang. However, Thursday was World Mental Health Day, and I'm very transparent, and I'm going to tell you guys right now that I am bipolar,
For real.
dead ass.
So you
So
take medication and all that.
oh, you don't want to see me off medication.
Oh, Lord.
So this is me on medication.
That runs in the fam too.
So for me, it runs on both sides of my family. Like
Yep.
they call it predisposed. Like I didn't have a choice. There's nothing that happened to me. Well, actually, you have a trigger that something happens in your life where that illness is now on the forefront or on the surface, right? So I had symptoms growing up. There were some things that now being diagnosed, I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, God, I've been diagnosed for 6 years now. 6 years. But also, with being bipolar, you know, you have the mood swings. So you can be manic, which is like fast paced talking, your mind is racing. People, you feel, you have the grandiose idea, you don't sleep, you're just going. You can end up just going completely psychotic, and that's usually, that's on that end. And the other end of that mood swing is the severe depression. And I'm mostly on the depression side, and I'm on the mixed episode side where, because I'm a rapid cycler, which means that I can do almost both all the time. Right. So I could be manic or like not sleep and I can't turn my mind off, and then I could go and just be sad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm constantly in this thing, and I talk about mental health a lot. And every time that I do, and I don't do this for like pats on the back or whatever. I do it because I feel like we don't talk about it
enough.
Right.
We don't, especially as Black folks, we don't talk about it. And every time I do, I get people in my inbox.
Yeah.
Every time.
Right.
Yo, Connie, my mom is this, or I'm this, and I'm scared to take medication. What do you take?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How long? You know, I am too, but I never wanted to say anything because I feel like people look at me as I'm weak, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is. So every time that I do, whether I'll post how I'm feeling sometimes, I may post just a meme.
Right.
Or there are times where I'm compelled, like, yo, I feel like something's on my heart or somebody needs something, you know, because there are times where, you know, when your strong friend needs help, you know what I'm saying? And there are strong people who are sick, ding, you know what I'm saying? But then you feel like there's no one you can talk to. Who's there for the strong friend? Think about it.
Yeah.
Who's there for the strong friend? Because you there for everybody else.
Exactly.
When they have their moments. So I feel like sometimes, like, yo, let me just put something out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if
Never know.
You never know who needs help.
Never
I'm
know.
telling you guys, listen, you don't know what people go through.
Like Robin Williams.
Nobody knew.
All
Committed,
this,
you know what I'm saying? Committed suicide. He was depressed. Dude.
that's a great
Who
segue.
knew?
Who knew? Kate Spade. Like, you feel like you're a millionaire.
knew?
You got millions of millions. You've got your name everywhere. You're an icon or a legend, and you kill yourself. Not attempted suicide. You go. It happened, and you're wondering, like, that person's life looks so good, and they've had movies or, you know,
Everything not what it
whatever, and you're
seems.
like, what happened? You don't know.
When you making all that money, man, it's like, who's really around you for the same reasons they was around you when you didn't have that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or just the yes men.
Right.
So if they giving you the cocaine, if they giving you the alcohol, which
Right.
intensifies
Exactly.
your mental illness, then people are killing you.
Right.
Because, you know, we know rich people got yes men.
I
Who gonna
see
tell?
that.
Who?
Yeah.
Then you feel like if I say no, I'm not gonna be around anymore. I'm not gonna be around the attention, the fame, the money. So I gotta
That's
give
not
this
it. That's
person.
not what's important though. That's why it's like.
Well, see, there's certain people. That's what I'm saying. Certain people like you and myself to be like, there's more
Yeah, bro. It's
to
not
this.
this-
I will
like,
tell you no and
can't
not
go
be
that
your
deep.
friend no more.
yeah.
Can't.
I was just telling somebody today, actually, like, bro, if you tell somebody no based off of money and they don't rock with you, they not really rocking with you.
Oh,
bro.
no,
Like,
of course not.
Right.
Because if you previously gave them money before countless times and you finally say no, like,
And they
just
get
know
mad
they
or
get
don't mess
mad,
with you.
bro,
The
they
one
really
time you
not
say no.
rocking with you.
The one time,
1 out of 10.
One time.
20,
Come on,
The
man.
one time.
that one time where you may you either didn't pay them back
Yeah.
or they know it's for, you know, ill purposes or whatever, and whatever it's my money, so I can say no when I want to.
I can.
But
It's
I'm
the
just
first time saying no, though.
right, and you
acting like that.
react instead of like, you know.
And you getting a hell no. You feel me?
Ugh. But so I love that you brought up the celebrities. And Reed, I had a list of people
Let's see it right here.
that are bipolar or depression or anxiety, whatever. So give me those first few things.
First one
So
makes
we got
sense.
right. We got Kanye West.
Who we know
Clearly.
clearly. I knew
Clear
that
as
before
day.
he announced it. I said he's definitely
Clear as
manic.
day.
When that nigga had him spotted haircut,
Clear
I
as
said
day.
he's on one.
He's definitely ill. That's what I was like, he's ill.
god.
No, he said, I am a god. God. You got a god.
That
I was
gospel
like,
album going crazy. Though, I ain't gonna lie to you.
no,
It's
that
crazy.
I
It's
love
crazy.
that. I think he's found peace.
I think it's
Oh.
crazy. I'm bumping it.
I love it.
The, the
Him,
gospel
Kirk
album.
Franklin gotta go. They gotta do a remix.
Oh, definitely. They got to
with
go on
Nas
tour.
X though, because you know he.
What happened?
see.
Did he find God? Or what happened?
I
Oh,
would hope so.
Okay. Just give us the next one. Y'all may not know who this is, but if you don't,
Jennifer Lewis.
you know
course.
Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah.
Well, she's talked about her being bipolar forever, since like the '90s. You know what I'm saying? She's been very open about it. And then if you kind of understand her and just be like,
Makes sense.
yeah, I can understand that. I love how open and boisterous she is, but it makes sense.
She's funny. Boy.
She's funny as hell. Who else do we have?
I didn't know about Michelle Williams.
Yeah, there's some people
I
on
know
here
that.
I didn't know either. Only reason why I knew this because I casually watch her reality TV show with the
Yeah.
white pastor or whatever.
Yeah.
You know they
I've
didn't
seen this,
work.
I don't know.
We know that they didn't work. So but she was talking about depression because of her being black and him being white. There were things he didn't understand about the black experience.
That's why you just.
And saying that you love God and you love me, but we're having this cultural struggle.
Yeah.
And she kind of felt like, I guess she probably already knew it wasn't gonna work, but she fell into like a depression.
Right.
But I think she already dealt with it, but that was the first time she said it publicly, that she fell into a depression because it's like, I love this man, but he don't even understand me.
Right.
Me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when I first heard her say it. So she, this could have been. I mean, I don't want to make a joke because I can't do that. But I'm just saying, if you're the third runner-up in Destiny's Child, that do something to you. Damn it! I'm just saying, you gotta live up to Beyonce. I'm gonna be sad too. Fuck that.
Third.
Runner-up
They be doing Michelle so dirty.
behind
They
Beyonce.
be
You're gonna be
cut her
third
off.
forever.
Michelle do herself dirty. You saw that outfit she had on. I'm sorry.
They cut her off, bro. They be cutting her off.
They cut her off. They always people put stickers over her face like the little toy.
my
Did you guys
gosh.
see the whole memes? I'd be like, man, I'm just saying, I would be sad too because everybody looks at me as like the third leg.
That's a lot to
The
compare.
internet
is a-
kills people.
Oh yeah, the internet.
The internet's
has
You
no-
can make one wrong
The internet
decision,
got
they
no
take it,
mercy.
and they
But
just-
they are they take Michelle's head off.
they are undefeated.
The internet
real.
is undefeated.
No,
Something
real.
could happen 1 second later.
I'm
it's
saying
on
the
internet.
but the internet
I'm
makes
sorry.
jokes about serious stuff. Like the world could be ending. Somebody gonna be on the internet making a joke.
Somebody already got the
About-
volcano. You know what I'm saying? The volcanoes
Yeah.
are going over.
How, bro?
While we
God's
dying,
coming
you making a
down,
joke.
It's
and somebody.
1 second later. Who's on the clock? Like,
No, there's people who are
People
literally
that's on
like
there
this.
waiting. Yeah,
I
They
need
wait.
employees like the
I
internet.
believe it.
Who you
I
telling?
need employees like
I
the
need
internet.
somebody
They
that
be on it,
faithful.
and they never losing.
They never lose. I'm telling you.
There's
so
a Netflix series about that.
Really?
It's a side tangent. Yeah, about
What is it
it's
called?
a job. I don't remember the series, but
I
it
know
goes
it.
into
I
it.
know
It's
it.
like 3 different people who are viral, and they actually have a multi-million-dollar business where they got people posting for them.
Oh yeah.
What's that
Oh
called?
God.
What type
was
of
that?
computer they got? Because they work fast.
No, they do work fast because it's literally all they do
That's
is watch
it.
movies and TV and the music
internet.
shows. And all they do is watch
They
that.
getting paid to be a teenager.
Yeah, so, but to be in the know, and they literally, like you said, they're like ready.
Yeah.
It happens. Go. Like that's how fast it is, and they get paid to do that. I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of. I know exactly what you're talking about. So this was one that I saw on. I think Kid Cudi talked about it in his music, but he went into depth on the Red Table Talk about just having suffering
be
from
depressed.
depression and then having suicidal thoughts as a
Depressed.
that's a lot. But people who we don't put on the platform and think
She would never know.
that we don't even put them out there. Like Kid Cudi to me is kind of like on that level of a J. Cole, like where he doesn't like he could be the spokesperson, but we don't even talk about him. We barely buy their albums.
What we don't do too is we don't put like people who actually express themselves when they're going through something on that pedestal to be able
No.
to talk about that. Like they say like, "Oh, I'm going through something." They're like, "Oh, you're going through something." That's
And
why.
it's-
That's why that happened.
Right, and we down in that
Yeah,
person.
we negify everything that they did wrong because
Right.
of that. We don't really like, okay, talk about it. Why?
But
He
why?
was going through that.
That's
So,
true. That's true. That's why I don't
saying?
hold no animosity or feelings towards Kanye's descent because
Yeah.
I seen as a fan that he'd never been the same since his mom
Yeah.
died.
Everybody.
Exactly.
But
Everybody.
we're not helping
Every-
him though.
His
We just
mom
talking
died in an
bad about
accident,
him,
yeah,
though.
and they
You know what I'm
never-
saying?
Right.
Then
Right.
come out with the whole slavery thing and the whole the Trump
I
thing.
don't
It's
blame
like,
none of
bro.
that. He just need help.
Yeah.
And
And
nobody
I don't
said,
think
like,
he's
yo,
in a
crying.
place.
Crying
I don't
for
think
it.
he's
He
in a
was
place where
crying.
people around him.
Crying.
want to
Again,
help
the
him.
yes men and poor Kim. I was like, get your man. Like you're supposed to know when your man is sick and
She
need
She
help.
worrying about
Kim-
the other black
Kim,
men in
come
jail.
on now, Kim. Come on now.
She worried about other black
Really,
men in jail.
Kim?
Appreciate you releasing them, but yo, man,
Yeah,
is
she
tripping
on.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
What
she's-
about your boo? Right? I feel you though. I ain't thought about it like that.
What
You know what I'm saying? She worried about the other niggas, which I appreciate you for getting Roscoe out and Pauline.
Yeah, but
them
over
back.
here, I'm sick over
You're
here.
mad.
Hey.
Hello, me. I'm
wilding.
falling. Like, I need help. I just went to call Trump my dad. Help me.
Kanye and Trump having tea parties.
Do y'all remember he
Like,
said the nigga was like his dad?
I'm done.
I don't remember that.
I don't
He
remember.
You
said
know,
that?
in
Hope he
his
didn't say that.
face.
Oh no, come on.
In the White House, in the, what they call it?
Yeah, he
Not the
gone.
situation room.
He go.
And then there was cameras and people was flicking
I remember that, but I don't. He said he was his father.
like his
Can't
dad.
say that.
He was like,
Yeah,
you're
my
like
daddy?
a dad to me.
Kanye
Get
gotta
outta
get
here, bro.
out. He got that
Get out.
teacup.
Oh yeah, no, he was definitely caught in the,
That get out, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was in the sunken place.
He definitely in the
Sunk.
sunken place.
He was in the sunken
He
place.
real sunk in
But-
the underground.
I do think that his gospel music, whatever happened, it definitely pushed him towards God, and it pushed him to maybe sample and play with music the way he did. You know, he probably was listening to gospel music and thought like, dang, I can blend that. You know, DJs blend, and it worked. And he's so much better.
He finding what's helping him though.
Right,
So
he's finding, and what you
beautiful.
cope.
it's beautiful. Too.
So people who that suffer like this, you do find outlets, and most artists, music is their outlet. You just have to kind of go through
we was
stuff.
talking about that. Like a lot of tragedy that people go through,
Mm-hmm.
they don't realize like your gift or your blessing that you actually like
Like
once you
what you have.
persevere
That
and get through
struggle.
that pain.
Yeah,
Whatever you find out that makes you, you know what I'm saying, get rid of that pain or like cope with it is actually your talent, your gift. We was just
Absolutely.
talking about that the other day.
Absolutely.
Like, you go through so much pain and then you finally realize that outlet that actually helps you like feed off that. You know
feed
what
off
I'm saying?
that, play on that.
That's what makes you happy. I feel like you can't, you know what I'm saying, get through what you're going through if you let you not happy. Right. I'm saying?
Absolutely, you don't because when you're sad and depressed, everything is depressive, and you see the world from a different set of eyes, and you know what I'm saying. You can't sometimes like you feel like you're not in control. You can't turn your mind off. Your thoughts are racing, and so, you don't, God forbid, having suicidal thoughts. So you definitely can't see what the blessing is. But for me, like, because I've been sick for so long, I know what my triggers are.
Yeah.
I can tell when something is happening or about to happen. So I know what to
How to
do.
deal
I
with
know
it,
how to
yeah.
cope. And there's some people who don't know how to cope or they're self-medicating, right? So you don't want to deal with the issues. So therefore, if you are someone who is going through something like Kanye, and imagine taking drugs on top of that.
Exactly.
Imagine drinking alcohol on top
It
of
just
that.
intensifies everything
Everything is blown up to the max.
to the max.
Imagine that. Imagine
crazy.
if we don't know what Kanye was on, but I do know I remember him saying in TMZ that there were certain medications that he didn't like or whatever. So if you are not on medication, you're taking drugs, and you're like manic, I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, it's over.
I'm
That's
trying to
crazy.
tell you
On
that's
top of people not being there for you. I mean, that's why too.
and
I be telling
exactly about his mom, that
Yeah.
having that one because your wife trying to get niggas out. Roscoe, what'd you say,
them,
Roscoe?
Roscoe, Parlay, all of
You
them.
getting
She
Bubba
got
out of
Parlay.
jail. You like up over
Parlay at
here.
the apartment. But
Help
I be
me.
telling,
Parlay
I
Bobby.
be telling my friends all the time, even Sid, I randomly text Sid like, bro, I love you.
That's
Just 'cause.
good.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Got to.
cause. Just sometimes hearing like,
Got
I
to.
love you from certain people, like just random.
Random.
Well, I'm proud of you, or
Because
Yeah,
you
and
don't
I do
know.
That.
Got
My
to.
friends will tell you I
Got
do
to.
that though, just cause.
And you
Got
probably
to.
don't even know how many lives you saved.
right.
Just cause.
You don't know.
cause.
If you randomly to your friends and family do that, imagine. Well, I can tell you that there have been times where that's God showing up through somebody else, because somebody may not be able to get to you right then, but if something just random happens, like there have been times where people, like, I know from like counseling or whatever, group sessions, that people were like, I was ready to take my life, and randomly my neighbor just knocked on my door with like, yo, you want to share this pizza? Like,
Telling
you right?
about
You
to
like,
kill
damn,
me.
I was about to
Back
kill
my throat,
myself,
nigga.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Right, like what?
Pepperoni.
And totally, and then they come over and they just showing you love, and then sometimes what that is an eye opener. Sometimes that's a jolt to your
I got people
system,
around me.
and you be like, dang, I was just about to, and then that's the wake up. You know what I'm saying? The call sometimes where you then can see it from a different set of eyes. But I think that big ups to that, and because again, you don't know. I'm telling y'all don't know what people go through sometimes. and it could be people in y'all lives that ain't saying nothing, and then they look happy.
And that I don't know if I don't want to ruin it nothing, but I don't know if anybody's seen the Joker yet, the movie.
I'm
not gonna say nothing, but I'll just say that's
we
the main.
know,
You don't
but
know.
we
I'm not
know
gonna
he
say
suffered.
nothing. I'm just gonna
We
I'm just
know
gonna say
he
the main
suffered.
takeaway from that is be kind to people because you never know what
Okay.
people are going through.
Okay, good. Don't,
That's
because I
it.
ain't seen it.
That's all
okay.
I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Don't ruin it.
You
Don't
know
ruin
what
it
people going
because
through.
you don't know what she's getting ready. She's like, damn, because he was.
And
at
the crazy thing about
he
that,
came
I
up-
went to go see the movie on Monday, right? I went and watched the whole movie thinking it was Joker and it was Rambo. But it was like the storyline of Rambo, it almost could have been the Joker because they cut his face and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I was trying to wonder.
Yeah, I was like,
what
all right. At first I was in the movie, I'm like, oh, Sylvester Stallone in this. All
I
right.
was like, Sid,
Cool.
is obviously
Sylvester
true.
Stallone in the video.
I'm
That's
trying
what's
to get
up.
with you,
And
but
then
I'm
the
not.
storyline. No, I'm saying if you go see Rambo, you'll see why I thought it was the Joker. Because I was walking to the movie theater, and I guess
trying.
you know how they be having the showings on
Yeah.
the little side, and it said the Joker on it. So I guess I don't know if I thought it was like a different time. So I walked in there thinking it was the Joker.
Were you by
Whole
yourself?
time I was. It was
Okay.
like 11 in the
Alright.
morning.
Okay.
One of the little
I'm trying
matinees.
to-
What you was doing before the movie, bro?
So then,
For
you know,
real?
so then I'm like, so then it got to the part, I'm like, all right, you know, I ain't seen no clowns. I'm like,
What the
all right,
fuck?
they about to switch over. He about
Like,
to switch
where's
to
the green
clown.
hair?
And then the movie was
Okay.
over with. And I'm like,
It was more camo
oh,
than
this
makeup.
ain't the Joker. I'm like, this is not Joker.
I don't know if I would have said this out
I
loud.
just watched,
Sid.
but it was so good, though.
He said
I
you
couldn't,
what?
it was so good. I watched the whole thing, like,
So-
expecting Sylvester Stallone to turn into the Joker. Like,
Oh, yeah.
but I still went and saw the Joker because I just walked just straight.
So
next
you had a
door.
full day.
A full day. I was in the movie theater for like 5 hours. I seen Rambo and Joker
Yo.
in one day for $5.
I don't know if I would have told people that, but
It
she was like,
crazy.
"Yo, we wait for the
And
Joker
it
to
was
come
a long-
up,"
it was
and
a
he
long
never
weekend.
did.
It was a long weekend. That's why. It was a
Okay,
long-
that may have been your outlet, your
It was a
release.
long
We're gonna
weekend,
come back
yeah.
to this, you guys. So we got to stick a pin in it, because I did want to ask you guys, why don't we talk about mental health as Black people or as the hip hop culture? So we're gonna stick a pin in it. CJ Ray, in for Degrees and Chuck T's. KB will be back next week. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna continue this discussion. Be right back.
My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay, better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope. My little bitch say I'm getting too booed. I don't need like dubs of mine. Alright, what I look like with all them 20s. Know them hoes like how I'm coming. Yeah, what I look like with all this money. How I look having all these hoes. When I crack a smile, white gold. Bling. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, froze. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. 100. That what they pay me a show. Let's go. There's probably some cap in my rap. By the time this shit drop, they gon' pay me some more. And I still can go back to the traps in the bar, pick it up, make a play at the stove. Feeling still hurts when I say that. Ho. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay, better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope. My little bitch say I'm getting too booed. I don't need like dubs of mine.
Nope, too raw, dope, yeah. You know I'm one of the ghosts. She let me put in the back of her throat. Walk in the bank with an M in the tote. I'm tryna make a deposit. They don't try to play with the money. Shawty gon' take all your nugget. Long as she want it and pick it, I'm buying. I had a roll for a year on dry. I get on whack on the vibes and try. Yeah, I'm running shit, I ain't lying. I got a backing for 125. I bought a patty for 185. This shit getting easy at this point.
My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay, better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope. My little bitch say I'm getting too booed. I don't need like dubs of mine.
Carlos don't need a Valentine. Forever. I call them racks, not bands. Why? Ain't no rubber band on mine. At all. I used to be down, waiting on taxi time. Fuck up. Look at me now. They pay me to flex and shine. I'm up, let's get it. Big speaker like an 18-inch sub. Yeah. I'm 100, you a dub. Nothing. Looking for me, I'm booked up. Where you at? 50 cent, I'm in the club. Hey. Diamonds on my earlobe, ice on dyke. 150 on studs. Rug rat, young nigga got it out the mud.
My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay, better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope. My little bitch say I'm getting too booed. I don't need like dubs of mine. What I look like with all them 20s. Know them hoes like how I'm coming. Yeah, what I look like with all this money. How I look having all these hoes. When I
Hey.
crack a smile, white gold.
Hey.
Bling. Yeah, I'm
Hey.
talking diamonds,
Oh,
froze.
oh,
Came
oh.
from the bottom, toes.
Toes. What is so? I'd be so.
We back.
Degrees and Chuck
I already
T's.
know where you about to go.
You
with
already
this.
know. I don't want to be
That's your
predictable.
takeaway right there.
Right.
That's your takeaway from that whole song.
Yeah.
Toes.
Toes. So I'll be like, so why? Don't act like you know me, nigga. You was late today.
You was late.
You was late today.
I was handling business.
My boy had to bail somebody out of the.
Oh, we wasn't gonna put it out there.
Quit
God,
playing.
Sydney.
Okay. No, fuck. Hey, fuck that.
Sydney, like this your song. Your nigga was in
I'm
jail.
That's the problem. We don't talk about the problems.
I'm the
You
co-host.
feel me? That's what we.
She said
It's
I'm the
that.
co-host.
It's
I
the
can do
1800.
that.
My bad.
Listen, I be saving people sometimes.
I-
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, when you in my corner and you with me, you call
to,
me
bro.
from a jail phone. I'm coming.
there.
Coming, bro.
And I'm gonna
That's
stay there till
real,
you
bro.
get out. You
That's
feel me?
real.
That's just how I do it.
You a real one.
Would
That's
you like
real.
to answer a collect call? Yup, answer that.
Like for real.
I
Don't nobody want to be in
On
jail.
the flip side, you gonna know exactly if I don't fuck with you if you do call me and I don't.
Right. Hang up immediately.
Immediately. Cause I'm like, oh what, bro? You deserve that.
Be on the phone talking about, hello, hello.
They be killing me. We way off topic, but they be killing me where niggas
That's
be
my
like,
bad, bro.
free Tay Tay. No, that nigga deserved to
What
be
Tay
in
Tay
prison.
too, man? He only
Oh, he
killed
murdered two
26
people.
Nah, he killed two
And raped the baby.
But,
People like, what?
but what's crazy is he was on the whole time when he was on the run. This fool made a whole video and shot a whole video by his wanted sign.
Who's this?
TK.
I don't know. anything
That's who you
about
said.
She
TK.
said Tay Tay.
I said
I thought
Tay
you
Tay.
said Tay
I just
Tay.
made up a name. I made up
Oh,
the
I thought you said-
1800.
oh.
Sydney is
That 1800 talking.
got her.
I thought you said. I
I
thought
don't
you
know.
said
I
TK.
don't even know who TK is.
You got the
You know,
floods
take the
running.
race. Did the race? He
Okay.
made like one song.
She
This-
didn't even know toes.
I didn't know. Look, let me tell
I
you
mean, I
something.
just listened to the Baby's album like this week.
He will tell you we play like Pac in here. We play like we're
The West Coast joint.
we're West Coast leaning.
Just a little old school. Too,
We're
at the same
we're
time.
old school. Listen, my day was Death Row. Okay, so kind of do the math.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
makes sense.
makes sense. Because a Tay Tay, I don't know what's a Tay, and there is a Tay Tay.
I ain't know
Tay
the
Tay was
Tay
the.
Tay.
You know, TK, the race. Then I did the race. That one song that blew up out of nowhere.
Wait, that's the
That's
okay.
him, and he
That's the one who went to
'cause
jail.
He was
I take
talking
that
about-
back.
He made a
I
song
do know
about
who that
murdering
is.
somebody and really did it.
I do know
and
who that
he was on
is.
the run and made a whole video
I do
on
know who
the
that.
run.
That's right. He
and
sure
after
did.
he made the video, that's when they caught him.
That's when they caught him, and they used everything against him, from his
Everything.
music to his video.
Everything.
They
They
used
played- they
everything.
played the
against him.
race in
They played
court.
it in court.
on some 6ix9ine, on some 6ix9ine.
They did.
I had never. I don't even. I probably heard it, but then
You heard it, bro.
You heard
You
it.
de-
If
every-
I heard it,
she
you heard it.
She definitely heard it.
If I heard it, you heard it.
You heard it.
And
I did the
yeah.
race. That shooter.
It was a popular
It was
song.
very violent. Like
Yeah, and I think they
stay
were
away from
saying
that.
he's like the first artist to like maybe have a #1 and not even experience what it's like. It's some weird.
made
So
the
he got a
song
number one
and-
and went to jail.
yeah,
And
they
when-
caught him.
they
He
caught
was
him.
on the run for the murder. He made the song about the murder.
He made a song about it, and it
shot
went
the video
#1.
in front of his wanted poster.
Yeah, he was just crazy. But okay,
16.
leave
talking
that.
about mental
Even
health.
when that's mental health right there.
Talking about mental
16
health.
years old,
You
bro.
not-
He's gone.
Young
And-
boy, baby boy.
Yes, and speaking about mental health, in hip hop, this is a good segue. I just want to finish this conversation, you guys. Why is it, Sid, we're gonna start with you, that we don't, what as Black people, right? Because I'm talking about my people, or even in hip hop, we know, okay, there's a wait. We may have to cut it. Okay, we do know there's people like Kid Cudi, or there's people like even Big Sean who said that music is their outlet. But why don't we talk about mental health and mental illness? Or even like I said, I'm bipolar, and everybody was like, "Yo, like yeah, she said that out loud." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why do you think that is?
I honestly, I don't know. I wonder the same thing. Like, why don't we talk about it? Because you know what I'm saying? It's important.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know if it's like is it a pride thing?
I think that has something to do with it.
Black people. Is it like pride? Is it? I don't know. It's a good question.
Okay,
'Cause I
DJ,
really
what you
don't
think?
know why
I
we don't
mean,
talk about it.
and I recently just had to deal with stuff like people actually, you know what I'm saying why they didn't. So like back in February, I mean, this is my first time actually talking about this.
And this is
like,
good. This is what
yeah.
conversations are about. This is what this platform is.
So like my brother just died back in February, and he died due to a car accident, and he actually had Asperger's syndrome.
Okay,
Okay, and my mom's basically been dealing with like clinical depression. You know what I'm saying?
since his passing.
Like heavy, you know, trying to figure out ways to cope and deal with it. And my mom always been like the strongest person in my corner. You know, that's like where I get it from.
Okay.
And for the longest time, like I cried probably 2 times at the funeral and when I found out. And after that, I haven't really like
Dealt with it.
I haven't like cried. And I was like, I used to always say to my mom, like, why am I not like crying? Like, it bothered me, Then the third, and like me and her last Sunday had a walk. We just sat and walked on the Beltline downtown, and we just talked about, you know, things that we were going through. And you know, I told her, like, I feel like I'm physically going through it, like mentally. Like, I know I'm not the same person, you know. And I never expressed that to nobody. Like, I feel like I'm not the same person. I know I'm going through something, but I'm dealing with it in a different way, probably in a productive way. But and my mom was going through the same thing.
But she goes through it a different way.
But she got recently, you know what I'm saying, diagnosed as clinically depressed. Okay. You know, and she didn't want to admit that to us because my mom, off the rip, been the strongest person in our family. Like, never seen my mom cry, never seen my mom break down. So people who deny, like, something that's going wrong with them, I feel like I've been that strong person. I can't let people see that I'm
and they can't see me break down.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we don't want people to know our cracks and faults.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we're in denial with ourselves, not because of everybody else's. I can't let that image of me being that strong.
Because it starts with you.
Yeah. So people say like, "Oh, you're broken." They think we're judging broken people, but it's not. That's our problem. It's people out there who may judge you, but it's also people out there who's gonna hold you, hold you, and
that's gonna love you and
support you.
Know what
I'm saying? And I've been there for mom through the whole thing, and I told her that, like, you have nothing to worry about. Like, if you need to call me, if we need to walk, you need to cry or whatever, I'm there. And that's the problem with people because we look at stuff that they do wrong, and something's wrong with that person. You know, growing up, I didn't understand my brother what he was going through. I thought my brother was just acting weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was young, so I didn't know.
Right.
And then it took me to
Was this a younger brother or older?
He's my older brother.
Oh, wow. But so you really kind of was looking up to him, but like didn't understand.
At the same time, I was the older brother. So it was him and it was me because of that. He didn't know. My brother was coming to me. My brother still was 26 coming to me like, bro, how do you deal with money? Like, how do you handle money? What change am I supposed to get back? You know what I'm saying? So it was that type of stuff. So I used to deal with that. But it took me getting older to be like, it's something wrong with my brother. And I felt bad being younger because I used to pick on him not knowing, like, you know what I'm saying, little brother stuff. Like, why you acting?
I don't see no fault in that. You were the younger one,
but
right?
That's
and you
how
didn't
our
understand.
relationship got close because I opened up to him about it, and we got really closer, and then that happened. So I felt like, and I thought, like, maybe that's why I'm not crying. That's maybe, like, why I'm not dealing with that. But it was like, it took me to understand him, and we started getting on that connection. But again, it's like, I feel like we're scared of being vulnerable to people, and that's our problem. Thanks. You know, whether it's love, relationships, friendships, partnerships, bro. If you're vulnerable to the right people and they accept you for who you are, those are the people you need in your life. People who don't accept you for you, they don't need to be in your life. So that's why I feel like that.
Jared, do you have a comment?
You heard.
It seemed like you had a comment.
My boy.
Yeah. So this is what I think, I love that right there. That I ain't thought about it from that angle because I've never been in it that close. You know what I'm saying? My condolences.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I think it's two things, especially coming from the black side, just black people. I think that what we've seen from the white, because the white people embrace it. Like,
they do. They deal with their problems.
They put them in therapy.
They almost shelter.
They'll put their dog in therapy. I didn't mean that as but they do.
They do. And I think that we see that and we systematically just go away from it. Because first of all, I'm not about to raise this is, you know what I'm saying, this is how the older black people think. I'm not about to raise you like you special or you need some type of special treatment when really
ain't nothing wrong with you
because it's gonna soften you.
Right.
And what I need you to be is harder.
Right.
For this world that you about to endure.
Put some ice on
it. Put some tussin on it and keep going.
We got that conditioning where we always have to be tough.
Right.
And if you're not tough, you're going to break in this world as a black person. So that's how we get raised, just like that. So
just being hard,
and then the other side to it is, I don't personally think that the answer is medication.
Shit, me.
I don't think so. I just don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Not personally.
Y'all want to see me off medication?
And that is the answer.
I'm just saying that mesothelioma give you mesothelioma. That's all I'm saying.
That's y'all can see me off medication. I don't say it's. I can only speak
everybody
for
ate that Popeye sandwich.
Y'all right, and I ate the Popeye sandwich, and it was the best chicken sandwich I ever had in my life.
So CJ, you know that I told you that my mom has lupus.
Yes.
And she got diagnosed probably about, like you just said, about 6 years. You said you just about 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the first 4 years, she was taking all the medication.
Mm-hmm. My mom has lupus too.
And she almost felt like her body, like connected with the mind, with knowing, while taking the medication, like it was almost breaking her down faster.
Okay.
So she stopped. And then she definitely cleaned her diet up. She cleaned up a lot of other things.
Right.
She just went off the meds. And she feels so much better now.
I agree. That's what my mother did. My mother isn't on any lupus medication. My mother had her trigger was me.
Now that's not mental health though.
No,
You
it's
know what
not.
I'm saying?
It's
That's
just
something different.
That is an illness, but but mental health is an illness.
Exactly, and that's why I'm talking about it the same way, because I think our pharmaceutical plan got it all wrong, and we've been in this whole thing of just covering up. They're all Band-Aids.
Don't get me started on that.
It's just all Band-Aids.
It
And I think
is a Band-Aid
trickles
because they
over.
haven't found a
started.
cure for depression.
I feel like the way to the depression is the people around you to recognize that you have it and to help you through it.
So this is, I had symptoms as a kid. So I can now look back at some of the behaviors that I had or how I was angry or, mad or whatever. And I don't want to go too deep as a kid. But looking back as an adult, I was like, I get it now. Because there were things that I knew weren't right with me, like mentally. I'm like, something is, but so I was put on medication as a senior. No, as a junior. I was put on medication. And I didn't like the way it felt. I felt like I was everywhere. And so I was allowed to come off it because, again, as Black people, and this has nothing to do with my family, my mother, don't take it wrong for anything. But again, it was like, you don't need that, and pray about it, and put some tussin on it, take some Diamond Tap, go to
Drink
sleep,
some tea.
go to sleep. Right?
some
Do you got a
Alba-Zole
boo
on
boo?
your
You know what
neck.
I'm saying? Every Black parent, you got a boo boo, go boo boo. Like that was gonna heal my mental illness. I'm not saying my mother said that. That's just me being funny. Look into the camera. It is what it is. So, but as I'm progressing,
the mama's watching.
or someone's gonna go back and tell her. As I'm progressing into adulthood, I still see that how I would either be something not too bad would have me so depressed and upset, and I didn't know I was depressed, or I could be going 1,000 miles per hour. 1,000 miles per hour, not sleeping, thinking I'm almost like Kanye. I'm a god because it gives you a grandiose, you think you bad as shit. And I could do homework and papers and crank them out in college. And I mean, I could just be going because then it enhances your creativity as well. So if you think about people who are bipolar, there are a lot of times they're creatives. But then sometimes your mind could bend so far with your creativity that you lose sight of reality.
You're not grounded.
Right.
You're just floating.
You're
your own
floating.
thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
But what I will tell you is this. I don't like that feeling. And when I finally had my breakdown, where I had to be hospitalized, where I had where there was a trigger, I can't say what that is because it's very personal. And when they first they said I was just depressed and had anxiety. But what happened was I was put on the wrong medication. You don't give a bipolar patient antidepressants. It's two different things. Being depressed and being bipolar are like
different things.
schizophrenic.
Right.
Three different.
separate
Those are.
categories.
That's at 1,
So
2,
it like-
3.
Like
Two different-
exploded the other
It
side.
I exploded.
Wow.
Okay, because my chemical imbalance is what I have
Right.
in my brain. Whether you got a chemical imbalance in your kidneys,
Right,
your bowels, cancer, whatever is going to develop, right? Exploded. Again, I'm hospitalized again. And because then I went into psychosis. Now, I could talk about that because that's what happened. I was given the wrong medication because I was bipolar. They didn't see it yet. They didn't know until I had the wrong medication climbing up the walls. You feel me? So I know that as a mother, as I can't do that. I got to protect my
You gotta
kids
function.
from myself.
You gotta function.
That's
Right.
real.
That's
'Cause
real. That's real.
That's real. I have to listen to what I just said. I have to protect my kids from myself.
Right.
Because if I'm off my medication and I'm suicidal, you can be suicidal but kill other people.
Right.
Then kill yourself. So if you ever wonder why people do that,
They
that's
sit-
kind of why
yeah,
they do. Because you become violent and then you will take it out on other people first and then yourself. So I know, especially, and I had another bad breakdown when Corey was a baby. bad breakdown because I went off my medication while I was pregnant for 9 months. I had no medication, but the hormones being pregnant kept me balanced, right? So after we couldn't figure out if I was going through postpartum or if this was my bipolar coming back. Well, it was the bipolar, but again, they thought I had postpartum depression.
Right.
So they prescribed me again the wrong medication. And there's something called akathisia. I'm gonna degrees. It's called akathisia, where you have it's a reaction to medicine, but it kind of heightens your bipolar. So I'm bipolar times 10 now on the wrong medication. But when I say I couldn't turn my brain off.
For the new kid, she was like Super Saiyan bipolar.
Yes, like Super Saiyan. Like I reached that level where I'm glowing and shit. Yeah, but that's how I felt on the inside. I really felt like I had no control, and that's when I knew because I couldn't even pick up Corey. I was afraid of her, and I was afraid I was gonna hurt her. So that's when I knew I have to protect myself from my children, because when off medication, this is what happens to me.
Right.
I become paranoid. I see things. Shit is talking. Feel me? So I have to, now there may be people who can come off medication and that can eat fruits and vegetables and go vegan. I'm not. That's how far, people with stage 4 cancer, but stage 2, you can change your diet and go into submission, right? Or remission, into remission. But man, I'm stage 4 bipolar. Let's put it like that.
After your testimony, I do believe that first of all, your unique experience, like the doctors fucked up a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, they fucked up on me.
And because of that chemical imbalance amplified what you got. So that's why you're medication dependent at this point, because the medications amplified whatever you had going on.
Medication keeps me as CJ Ray right here.
Right.
This is where you see me. Now, there are times when about 3 or 4 times a year where I'm gonna, as a bipolar person, you're gonna have those episodes, right? And I've been down to about 2, which is really, really good because again, I cope. I go to my doctor. I try to, keep and I have fibromyalgia, right? So now I have a physical sickness on top of my mental illness. Every single day, y'all, I'm trying to stay sane.
That's real, bro.
Every single day, because I'm hurting in my body, and that's a trigger for my bipolar, you guys. Yeah. So my bipolar is a trigger for my fibromyalgia. Yeah. So I'm doing this constantly. Some people, you guys, again, think I'm fine, right? Yeah. Shit. Sometimes I'm walking on the cliff. Yeah. But my medication keeps me from falling over. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Because there's sometimes that medication don't work. And I know that it's coming. And there's certain times a year where I know, okay, I'm gonna be honest, wintertime is a hard time for me. And the doctors, I suffer from seasonal depression. In the summertime, I'm good. Summertime, but when it starts to get dark earlier, and when it's cold, and I'm not, triggers. Not only for my fibromyalgia, remember that it's colder, my muscles hurt, my bones hurt.
Right.
But I also, my mind, something starts happening in my mind at the same time. So I've only had this is my second year with fibromyalgia. So I know the winter is just hard on my body. Right. So now I'm constantly doing this. I'm trying to drive a car and keep it from going on the ledge. I'm riding on the ledge and I'm constantly steering a car trying to keep it from going over the ledge. Does that make sense? You guys kind of get that? So we're gonna go ahead and go to break. I didn't mean for this to go into another segment, but it's important. Yeah. So I feel like this: if you are suffering, if you feel like you're losing control, if you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, call me, get at me. If you're under the sound of my voice, you feel what I'm saying? Like, talk to someone who I understand. I can't judge you because I'm a judge myself. I'm one of those people who accept it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or, there's suicide hotlines, or go to your friend who, someone that is not going to just, that is going to at least listen.
Right.
That's the most important thing for me too. I need people when I'm not feeling well, just listen.
Right.
And I have to talk through it.
Exactly.
So please try to find someone that loves you, that's gonna listen, someone that's not gonna pass judgment on you. And I hope that you get the help that you need. And like you said, it starts with you. So if you're not able to be honest with yourself and condemn yourself,
can't go
or feel like
nowhere.
you're weak, or feel like you're not strong enough as a black person, don't think that. Because white folks put their dogs in therapy, okay?
Hamsters, squirrels, all of that.
All of that. Pay money. I wish I could be a dog whisperer. I would. So this is IBNX Radio. We're gonna come back and just have another segment interviewing Sid Wall Street Volume 2. We'll be right back. Degrees of
Yes,
Chuck
mate.
T's. I'm your girl CJ Ray.
You done know.
Voice don't sound the same.
It's better. It's got more pain in it. Keep going, baby.
If I got rich, would you let me come and save you, baby? Brand new whip, just hopping in, let me drive you crazy. Acting different lately, they gon' say that money changed me. Acting distant, baby, that make me feel like you changing. I've been changing up my ways, you changing up your stories. I took you out a couple nights, what'd you ever do for me? I had a few shows in your city, you said you couldn't make it. A few hoes showed up, yeah, that's cool, but I wish you wasn't playing. I hated how you and your friends act, cause I ain't even famous. I hate how you always think that all these hoes is what I'm chasing. I hope you don't always think that I'm just out here getting faded. I hope one day you think back like, damn, we should've had my baby. I've been changing up my ways, you changing up your stories. Said you couldn't make it to my shows when I was out touring. She said you always in the studio and that shit boring. Said you always with them groupie hoes and all of them boring. Only if you knew I wanted you, all of them want me. I wonder if I bother you, cause it's you with this money. You just talk to me right now, cause you heard I've been ballin'. I give up on all my chances, I don't feel like I'm no one. And I give up on keeping friends, cause I ain't got no love. I can't show y'all my true colors, cause I ain't got no trust. Couple bands in the safe now, I gotta go cop me a gun. How could you play me for your homie? I am not your day one. All that pain is out the door, I left that in the lobby. Since when this music gets so real, it used to be a hobby. I remember Booby back then when we first started. We was upstairs in your granny house all night recording.
You know I never meant to make you go crazy. I tried to make it work, but fuck that shit changed me. I never knew what fame could do, I'm not ready. I ride for you, I die for you, man, it's crazy. So who your song's gonna be about if you decide to play me? The only one who stayed by your side when shit got crazy. Prove to me I'm the only one, let me be your baby. The shows I miss, but you know I'm busy, I've been working lately. I'm tired of being with the same old groupies, that shit boring. I get the fame and I know the game, but shit, am I unworthy? Why are you hurting me? I know you're just working, babe. No, you say that you're working late. Why can't you ever say?
If I got rich, would you let me come and save you, baby? Brand new whip, just hopping in, let me drive you crazy. Acting different lately, they gon' say that money changed me. Acting distant, baby, that make me feel like you changing.
Did we that wasn't intro because I thought we maybe had skipped that wasn't Sydney's song.
What, intro?
Was it intro?
No, that was
intro.
My postmodern, so parody, depressed, so I can't speak with sincerity. My lips is pierced with vodka, true clarity. Kicked in the door like J. Cole's house. Apparently you thought the kids that were raised in these new blocks would change the world, be the brains that sparked by Tupac. Instead, we talk about nothing but these.
Like it's hot.
Okay, so we're back, you guys. We had a little mishap here. So what we're gonna do? We're going now into like I want people to understand like your we're Degrees and Chuck T, CJ Phoenix Radio. So we're still here with the wonderful Sid. And see, now I want to call you Sid Wall Street now.
I'm rocking
Dang,
with
and DJ still here.
They're
They're partners
They're
in.
trying to convince me to change my name.
We're gonna make a shirt.
Is that
for it.
people
She gonna do
online?
it.
They
It is.
saying people got opinions now about the
Nah,
name.
ain't nobody said nothing yet.
We'll
but
take
I'm
a poll.
We'll take a
we'll take a poll,
poll.
we'll take a poll.
I think we should take a poll, you guys.
So
That'll
y'all
be
like
dope.
Sid,
No,
always
no,
with the
no.
money sign,
Sid is cool.
That's
Sid.
cool. And it's cool. And if that's what you go with, then that's what you rock with. But I think just to kind of see what
Sid,
people.
Wall Street is like you about your business. Wall Street is a business.
It's a
place.
business.
You about your business.
It's still kind of like you're still you, but now I'm on another tip. I'm on something completely
Because
different.
that was kind of as far as with like the basketball.
The basketball.
Oh, you on my street.
You could keep the money sign. It's just Sid Wall Street.
See,
That's
crazy.
Should I do this?
Nah, don't do because you
Don't
you
go
intelligent.
Atlanta with it.
Don't know. You
Don't
got
go
a
Atlanta with
degree
it.
from you got a degree from Georgia Tech. People gonna be like,
Man,
you from ATL / Philly. But anyway, okay. So what I want to do now, I want to play your music. I want people to listen to it, and then we're gonna come in and just talk about your, where the music came from, because this is brand new.
Yo, it's hot
To y'all.
bro. It's
To
hot.
us. But I
the
want you to
world.
tell us how you got here.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead. I want you to kick it in your Funk Flex biggest radio drop bombs on them. Pew, pew, pew. Go ahead. I want you to introduce your song. Talk your shit, Sid.
It's you.
All right, so listen up, everybody. Intro basically is my introduction to the rap game. You know what I'm saying? I've always been, and my parents, my parents can kind of tell you, like, since I was like very, very young, I always been around music. My older cousins, they was rapping. You know what I'm saying? I started listening to Lil Wayne when I was like 5. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm sorry. Yeah, Taji and Mama, they had me. I was listening to all that when I was 5.
She put
Lil
somebody
Wayne.
out there.
I was, and I was always the one with, you know what I'm saying, the headphones on my ears, like the way that my parents kind of disciplined me. They took my CD player away. Oh, well, you
That's
ain't
how
got
they
no
punish
music. Yeah, you ain't listening to no music. So I was always very musically inclined. Like I just feel like music is very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It can take over your body. It can take over your thoughts, and it motivates me. I have favorite artists that motivate me to do what I do.
Who's that?
And they speak to you. You know what I'm saying?
What artist is that?
Let's see. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Absolutely.
That's I don't even want to get on that because it's gonna have my feelings. Nipsey, Meek. Who else? It's a lot, man. It's a lot. J. Cole, like it's a lot of people. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna
Talk
keep
your
going.
shit,
But
bro.
basically, you know what I'm saying? I used to write poems. I used to write raps when I was younger. Before my sister was born, I used to watch BET, the 106 in Parks and all of
Yeah,
that before,
absolutely.
when I wasn't supposed to be watching, because again, I'm young. I'm like 6, 7, 8, watching this stuff.
God,
I used to
you're
have
young,
I used
Sydney.
to
I feel
perform.
old.
I used
God,
to
I
have
feel so
concerts.
old.
Like I used to talk to myself and like
Oh, in the
have like
room?
interviews by myself. Yeah, like by myself for real. Like I used to have concerts and stuff. Like performing. Like when my parents was at school, and my grandma used to watch me. I was wild. Like I called the police one time on accident. Like playing, I was skitting. Called the police. They pulled up at the house. My grandma was like, "What's going on?" Like I was out of control. I was wild, but very musically inclined. So basically, fast forward. It's just been a couple of things that happened in my life that pretty much brought me to this point. It's like I have this talent. I have this gift, and it's like I've kind of fumbled with the idea for more than 10 years. Like
That's a long time.
yeah,
to
like
go
because
back and
I
forth.
would write. And I would write stuff, and I'd be like, I ain't doing this. Like, I'm Jesus Shuttlesworth at my school. Like, I'm going to the league. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to the league. I'm not about to be writing poems and
Right,
stuff.
right.
Like, I even wrote a poem one time. Like, it was late because it was like a homework assignment. We had to write a poem, and of course I had games and stuff. So I literally wrote it in like 10 minutes.
You just jotted it down real quick.
10 minutes, and then won an award. And like I just never told nobody. And like I said, I was just so
How do
musically.
you win an award and don't nobody know?
Because I'm weird like that. I don't like
you kept
attention
it
like
secret?
that. Yeah.
Did
like,
you
I
go
don't-
get the award?
Nah, I was just like, nah, I'm good.
Wow. Okay, so I understand. I was like, how do you? Okay, so you
I was
didn't
good.
even go get it.
No, I
Sid
didn't
Wall
care
Street,
about it. I'm
ladies and
just like,
gentlemen.
yeah,
I guess
I'm
so.
I'm hooping. Like I'm hooping. Ain't nobody about to know me. I'm writing poems. They gonna be like, you
I
weak.
see. I get it. See how
Soft.
we do
Black people,
ourselves.
yeah.
You see how
Black
we do
folk,
ourselves. Black
soft,
folk.
weak.
Right.
So basically, like I said, serious events happened in my life, and you know, my everybody know how I tore my ACL my senior year, and it just seems like I'm just trying to get to where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? It's just like every time it's just like something keeps pulling me back every time. Like I be at the height of where I'm at. Like just recently when I was in Finland, you know, I broke a record. I hold the Finnish record now for most points scored in the game, in the league, with 54 points. And then a week later, I tore my other ACL.
That's
and it's
crazy.
Just like, what's up?
What's going on? Like, what is
Talk to
it?
me, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's
God,
up?
where is?
Like, what are
what
you
is
doing?
it?
You know, like
Right.
at the height of the best I've ever played in my life.
And then I have
ever. And then
right.
this
Then
happens
tore back down
again. You know, I'm trying to just get to where I'm supposed to be going.
Right.
And basically, you
so
know,
is that when
from
you
that
kind
point,
of thought like?
Not even. Nope. Not
no.
even.
So you still
Nope.
didn't have that epiphany.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Degrees. Keep going.
Then, you know, I came home, and then a week later, my childhood friend died. Just died, and he was the one that was doing music. He did the music. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
you had a Pac moment in Poetic Justice.
Yep. I was like, okay, that was that. That had me. I was depressed. Like I was going through it bad, like bad. You know, first time seeing my mom cry. I've never seen her cry before, ever. None of my parents, none of them, never. So to see that, it was just like,
dang.
You know what I'm saying? People was crying for me, like.
Yeah, because they seen you so broken,
they
right?
Knew, like they knew
how
like,
close you guys were.
Exactly, they knew, and I don't do it for myself. You know what I'm saying? I do it for God first, and then I do it for my family. You know, I try to make other people around me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that happened, and then Nipsey died.
So you really,
and I was like,
I'm not even over that yet.
Like,
Look,
you know what I'm saying? And
I am still not over
it. A whole nother tangent on that, cause the government did that, bro. I don't care.
Well, yeah, I believe that. Let's not get into. Yeah,
we're not gonna get into that because that's gonna have me going off.
Yeah. No, so, I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? Then Nip died, and it was like during my ACL recovery the first time, and even up until then, it was like I always listened. Nip was one of the main people that I listened to help me get through what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? And just to see where Nip came from, because I listened to Nipsey when he was in high school. Well, I was in high school.
Okay.
So 10 years ago, when he came out with Killer.
How? I was like, wait a
minute. Like when he came out with The Killer with Drake, that's when that was the first time I heard him. And ever since then, I'm like, oh, you hard. You know what I'm saying? So to see the whole, literally the marathon, literally I seen it. So he was finally there at the point for him to get killed. It just was like unbelievable, you know? And I was like, I feel like if anybody know Nipsey Hussle and anybody like knew who he was or who he stood for, way even just beyond the music, his death impacted you. If it didn't change how you looked at the world,
some way
it impacted you
in some
and
way.
I truly believe
even
Nipsey
people
was
who
a
didn't know who he was.
God-sent prophet, and that was God's final like.
Is that what did it for you?
Yeah, like bro, pretty much.
Is that what did it?
Pretty much, just the accumulation of those three events. So then I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know I can rap. Like I have this gift. I wrote poems. I wrote something 3 years ago, and I said this. They was like, oh, you need to do something with that. And I was just like, maybe, you know, whatever.
That's dope.
Nah,
Sid.
you know, forget it. Like, nah, I'm not about to do that. And then I, you know, struggle with like I said, like I don't really like attention. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are people gonna say? And just, you know, just there's just a whole bunch of stuff. And then I realized that if you have a God-given talent, you have to put it out there because you don't know. And through my experiences and through what I've been through, I know that I can help a lot of people. My testimony is very powerful. And, you know what I'm saying, I can inspire a lot of people, so I can't hold that to myself because that's being selfish. So
right,
I have
absolutely. I believe
set
that.
myself free. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people could relate. And basically that's what it was. So then once I got over that, basically that fear, and then that's another thing, fear isn't real. Most of the time that's just the devil trying to stop you from becoming what you're supposed to be, because if you're scared to do it, most of the time that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
So just taking that leap of faith to, you know what I'm saying, do the next thing is like,
I was like getting ready to say, it's like you had to take that leap of faith. You had to
got
leap
to.
over with everybody you thought was going to say
like I said, that fear,
all of that.
That fear is not real. That's just an illusion. It's
To
just-
keep you
it's
from
just
your
a block.
greatness.
Yeah, because like in the Bible it says in what First Timothy is like God has given us a basically a spirit of sound mind, of
Right.
love, of power, not of timidity,
Not
not,
of
of
fear.
fear.
Absolutely.
Nothing like that. It's not real. So you know what I'm saying? You have to believe in yourself and believe in your talents, and because God has given each and every single one of us talents.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has something that is meant for them. Like people,
Absolutely.
people, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I'm a better basketball player than most people, or you might be better at math than me, or
That's
you
just
might
your
be
gift.
a better writer, or you might be a better dancer. Like that's just the gift that you have. So the gift that you have to use it. Make full use. Again, another about make full use of your gifts. You have to.
Absolutely.
So that was just something I had as a gift that I'm like, I gotta use my gift. So I did, and then it just blew up. So the intro basically is just introduction to the rap game. And then also I realized too, like with the music, like just naturally I just naturally knew before the beat even dropped, I just naturally just knew how to come on it. Like
Pause. Let's play the song.
I just, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I already knew how to enter onto the song.
I
Like
don't think I ever heard nobody say I knew how to come on it before.
just
That's
come on a
new
song,
one.
come on a song crazy.
I've
Like
heard
You know
it
how to.
before
I
already.
come
I
on a
knew how
song
to
crazy. Yeah,
but
so
it's not a song we were talking about.
Right, but it was just like, you know what I'm saying? I just knew exactly where the bridge was. I knew exactly where the hook was.
You
I knew where the
already
verse
had
ended.
the foundation
Exactly.
because you knew
I just
it was
knew,
that
like
time.
it just came. Like how I
and your
told
moment.
you with when I first heard the beat for the intro, that was the first thing that came to my head. Like I don't even need no hook. I'ma just and then after that it just went through it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sid.
Go download that.
Sid Wall Street
Wall Street.
dropping her single intro.
Go download
and that's the
that.
name of the song. And it's not an intro to our album. Like we got
Go
intro.
download
That's
that
the
on
name
all
of the song.
platforms.
Right now we about to kick it to intro. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Degrees Chuck T Show. CJ Ray here with Sid. Here it is.
Sure. Sid. Asian Banks on the track. And I don't even need no hook. I'ma just get straight to it. Hottest new artist of the year might do it. Don't try and check me, cause I just might do it. Valari told me use my gift, might lose it. Spitting gas, straight facts, flow like a fluid. Listening to Tony Bragg, driving down Druid. I could finally breathe again, I was going through it. Don't care what you doing, I'm focused on track. I remember rhyming high spot was in the bag. Searching for my heart, couldn't find it with a man. Straight flat, line the track like Cartier. Pulling strings, no violence attached, but they playing in the bag. They be looking at me crazy, tell me who that. No saint, baby, can I breeze through that? Don't care where you at, care where you from. A0 grandma told me that I was the one. Step on the court, they be like, she got a gun. Drop 40 on your head, ruin all the fun. Now I'm working on adding on the little drum. Nobody want nothing till you got some. Niggas red in the face like you stop some. Know a couple killers don't make them pop none. I was walking through the London Gatwick port when the TSA lady stopped me and said, Miss Man, ma'am, what's in your bag? That shit smell like a whole pound of grass. I said, Miss Man, please listen here. I play basketball, probably player of the year. 25 years and shed a whole lot of tears. And I still stand here tall with no fear. Caught up on my trauma, got lucky pass through. How your life plays out depends on you. Not trying to talk religion, just talking true. Keep your head up, do what you gotta do. Gold links on me, don't need a fucking crew. RP to Nip the Great, Chuck Taylor's blue. Lead a beat crippled in the ICU. Now niggas wanna comment I see you. When I been had the talent, had to push through. Now my shit bubbling like a shook up brew. Crazy with the forex, how they trading on you. I was off 14, colors bled through, but I ain't never stunting. 2020, how I'm coming, and I'm headed to the top. Fuck who ain't coming, yeah. Intro shit, bitch.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even. I gotta echo.
I was about to say it's a lot of bars up in there. Like every line low key a bar.
So you just ran down.
Yeah,
You
'cause
just
I was
said
like,
fuck
a lot
hook,
of people,
fuck everything. I'm going.
That flow is crazy.
I was
the
like-
flow's
I was like-
crazy.
I was like, a lot of people might not
flow is
even.
crazy.
A
That
lot of
flow
people
is
might not
crazy.
even realize the Tony Braxton line. If you was born after 1996, you might not get that. Breathe again.
I don't even need no hook.
I mean, first I was just listening, but you saying some shit.
A lot.
What was the line about the shuck up brew, shaked up brew? What did you say? What,
Oh,
what
it's
bar?
cra-
Go to the
crazy. Oh,
something like a shuck up brew. What was that?
oh. Now my bubbling like a shook up brew. Crazy with the Forex, how they trading on you.
Yeah.
I was all for it till your colors bled through. But I ain't never
Forex,
stunned.
how they trading on you.
Yeah.
You know them niggas,
Folks
them
who out
Forex,
there doing
them
that
That
Forex
shit
folks-
stuck me. I was like,
Y'all
Yeah,
aggressive.
it's a lot of bars. Up
It's
in
a
there.
lot of
even from the
bars.
Nipsey Hussle when I was like, R.P. Nick the Great, Chuck
Taylor's
Taylor's Blue, Lead a Beat, Cripple, your
You
Crip
crip over you.
in
Yeah.
the ICU.
Yeah. I caught
Now
that. You know, I
everybody
caught
want to
it.
comment ICU.
Everybody.
You know, I
commenting
caught
that,
it.
And it's crazy because when I was writing it, it's funny because I was writing and I was typing. I'm like, oh.
So you wrote, y'all,
Yeah.
so y'all on the phone. I gotta write.
was like,
I need
ooh,
paper and pen, yo.
When you
Like
know
paper
your
and
shit
pen.
crazy,
And
Unless
I was like, ooh, this is
so
crazy.
you, it's stung
And
to
I
yourself.
had sent a rough draft to somebody. They was like,
That's
"Bruh,
crazy.
I was not expecting you to say all of
That's
that.
crazy.
So then I was like, I got to do a video for it. I'm like, for me to drop it, I'm like, I just don't want to drop the song because sometimes when you're on Instagram,
But when you put the visuals together,
then it brings it to life.
it really
You know?
brings
like
it
you can listen to the song itself, but like when you have the whole visual, it's like you see it. So I'm like, I hit up my man. Follow Wayne Shot It on Instagram. He the crazy cameraman. My dog.
And
Wayne
I want to
Shot
get
It.
to y'all
Wayne
clothing line.
Shot It. You know what I'm
I want to
saying?
get to y'all clothing line. So shout out to who? This was the guy who shot the video.
Wayne Shot It.
Wayne shot it. All right, so really quick because we only got a couple more minutes left in the show. I do want to bring in your co-owner, your creative designer, all of that because I am wearing a rare.
Yeah, she got the rare shirt on.
A rare vibe shirt.
Rare
exactly.
vibes, man.
Go cop your merch, man.
So okay,
Cop
I
your
just want to let y'all know because you may think this is a V. It's not. It's an upside down A. So
Right.
that's spelled rare. I just want y'all to know because I was like,
But it's still the V stands for the vibes.
For the vibe.
So it's like both. Like
It's a-
AVV, rare vibes.
It's like
you
a
know what
double
I'm saying?
entendre. No,
There
it's
you
not a
go.
double entendre. But it is
Almost,
a double. So
almost,
almost. It has two meanings. So not a palindrome. What is the word? What is that? Come on, y'all.
It's a big word. Let's call let's call T.I.
Something.
He'll tell us.
Oh Lord.
T.I. tell us.
Expeditiously. He will tell us
Vibraciously.
expeditiously. Yeah. So tell us how y'all get to the clothing line. So we doing music and fashion. Go ahead, kick it.
DJ pop it off.
I mean, it started about I want to say about a year ago. But my other dude, he's up in Taiwan right now. He hoops too. So we all a big circle.
And you hoop too.
Yeah.
You didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I ain't just I'm not just anything. You know what I'm saying? I just was it's no regular dude.
Regular pedestrian.
Dude hoop. But so it started about a year ago. My other man, he's up, like I said, he's up in Taiwan right now. Chuck Mitchell, shout out to my boy. So it started off like I'm a big person on like spiritual vibes, connections, all kind of stuff like
As
that.
I see. It
You know
makes
what I'm saying?
sense.
Like I'm really big on that. Like it's crazy because I used to tell all my friends, like all my friends play basketball. Can't even lie to you. And I used to tell my friends, like, I can tell the type of person you are by the way you hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Off the rip. Like, if I've seen you on the court, I've been on the court with you, I can tell you exactly the type of person you are because how you hoop is exactly how you are in real life. It's
It
weird.
for
reflects
real.
kind of who you are as a
And that's
person.
what I was telling about the music too. Like, music and hooping is the same thing. Because I'll
it's
be on the
synonymous.
court
It's
and I'll be
synonymous.
listening to
To
rhythm
music?
being my head. So I'll be like,
Okay.
ooh.
It's the same.
You know what I'm saying? It's the
You shook 'em.
same. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
So it came into the fact, and it was like I was big on vibes. I used to always say the word vibes. I used to always say the word vibes.
Okay.
And it was like it came to a point where I was
Y'all
like,
copy your merch,
you
y'all.
know, I always wanted a brand. Like I was in a platform. Like we always talk about, like people don't use their platform for positive things.
Absolutely.
You know?
I'm with it.
And that's where Rare Vibes came in because we want a vibe that's rare. It's not like everything else. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we cool. You know what I'm saying? So Rare Vibes is not just alone a clothing line. You know what I'm saying? I want to do so much more. We want to do so much more with it, where it can open up different platforms for other things.
Okay. You want to be a conglomerate.
Yeah,
Degrees.
Rare Vibes is more of a brand. It says brand in itself. It speaks for itself. So when you hear Rare Vibes, it's what is Rare Vibes to you? What is a
Absolutely.
rare vibe to you? It's all a positive thinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just able to put our ideas, our collections into it where, you rock something that's like, yo, that shirt is hard. Like,
Yeah,
that's
but then
cool.
you define it. So
Yeah.
if I got it on, so it's whatever
It means
I
what you-
want it
yeah,
to be.
whatever you
I'll
want
rock
it
with
to
y'all,
be.
but I can
Yeah.
translate it into whatever my rare
Yeah.
vibe is. I
Like
got
you may be at an event that's for you. and you can may have a shirt on. Somebody's gonna come to you like, yo, that shirt
Yo,
is
what
tough.
is that? Like,
yo, what
yeah,
you got
like, or
on?
what does that mean?
But
Like,
that sparks a conversation between you and that person, and that person may be somebody in a completely different field than you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And now y'all connecting just because that shirt brought that attention to you from that person.
let me ask
know
you a
what I'm saying?
question. Is this like a heartbeat?
Yeah, it's a wavelength.
So it's
You
a
see what I mean?
wave. Okay.
That
Okay. I dig
vibrations,
it. I see
waves,
because
things
I
like
was
that.
like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I see it now.
You
So,
know, they say that people are supposed to connect on the same wavelength.
The
So it's like soulmates, all kind of like that,
Through the
partnerships,
heart.
things like that, through
Absolutely.
the heart.
Through the heart.
So that's where that came in.
I
and then,
dig it.
You know what I'm saying? I met Sid, you know, in college when she was at Tech.
Okay.
And us being Sagittarius, you know, off the
Y'all
rip,
in this Sag thing.
the same thing.
Sag, the realest, the best for last.
The best.
Real talk.
And then
we closed
met,
the year.
Yeah,
out.
we met, and it was like from the moment I met her, like we just been on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? So her,
You don't close the year out. That's Capricorns, but that's
we're not
neither
talking
here
about
nor there.
that's January to me.
That's
We control
degrees.
December.
I
And
just
talking
know
about
when it
Capricorns,
starts.
My mama just
Cam-
came here. She a Capricorn.
Cam's a Capricorn.
Born
January.
on Christmas. Hey, mommy.
December 23rd.
That's the end of the. I just like, but no,
I was
man.
like, no, technically
It's cool.
degrees. A little nerd here. Okay, keep going.
But yeah, so we met, and like ever since then, between me, my dude Chuck, and then her, it was like I brought Sid on board too.
Shout out
and
to
I was
Charles.
Like, I brought Sid on board because like me and Sid always had a creative idea together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Every time we got together, it was always something creative, whether it was in the sports aspect, fashion aspect, whatever.
Y'all was rocking.
You know what I'm saying? We always been on that same. So I knew us being together, it was gonna go crazy in whatever field we want to go to.
Okay.
Now she's going to the music aspect. It's no telling what
It's
rave
perfect.
vibes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Same
It touches everything. So-
Music and fashion for
Yeah.
hip hop. That's always
Nipsey,
been.
set
That's
the blueprint.
always
Telling
been.
you.
That always has been. Actually, that may be Carl Knight, but you know, that's me. That's before you were born. Before you were born.
Yeah.
Just being.
You see it? She got
It's
the
cool.
red
I'll
on,
be
man.
young. But yeah, man, Rare Vibes is setting the tone for
Where can
people's
they find
spiritual-
this? Is this out now? Can this be purchased
Listen,
now?
Rare Vibes is out right now. RareVibes.com.
Yo, that's crazy, 'cause I've been looking at that shirt.
He's see he rocking.
He's
it.
on it. Catch it. No, that's
Yeah.
for real. I've been trying to
That
figure
boy
it
on
out
it. We
before
got
y'all
another,
got here.
another one. You can have it.
Say
I
what
got
I'm just
you.
saying we'll send
Yeah, we'll
KB
get,
another
we'll
one.
get, okay.
Yeah. So that's RVREVIBES.com.
Pay attention now.
RareVibes.com, man. We
And
got
don't be up here
everything.
asking us for the free stuff, man. If you
It
like,
costs, man.
Support black business.
support,
Support black
dog.
businesses.
You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Support, please,
Please.
support. Like,
Yo, we
Please
gotta
support.
go, y'all. But I want to hold. So what
oh,
colors
let me-
do these
let me
come
put
in?
it- let me-
Man, they come in every color you
Anything
need,
you
man.
want.
The website is up. We got the hoodies, the joggers, the sweatpants, sweatshirts,
I
all
want
that
the
crop tops.
not the breakaway.
Y'all got just
I got
sweatpants.
everything
We
I
got
got on is
everything,
rare right
man.
now.
But
dog.
yo,
that's
I like the
fire.
windbreaker. That's dope.
Fire.
We got
the
everything y'all
windbreaker
need.
too.
Oh, this is what it
That's the exclusive.
That's exclusive.
This is rare.
Y'all
Man, we
need
got
to
the
do.
hoodies and everything,
Y'all
man.
need to do like Letterman jackets. Those are hard.
Nah, that's coming up. It's getting cold.
Everything coming up.
It's getting cold.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So shout out the website one more time.
That's rarevibes.com. RVREVIBES.com. Okay, Rare Vibes, man. Get
Yo,
your
the
merch.
black is. I mean, it just jumped. The white too.
Oh, y'all ain't even. We got a whole bunch of stuff.
They in here. They
International
got
stuff.
sweats on. They got
Crazy, man.
windbreaker jackets. They got
Red Riding Hood.
lumberjack
shirt,
hoodies.
lumberjack.
The lumberjack. They got it on the lumberjack.
Yo, it's major. It's major in here.
Yeah, they-
It's crazy we say this to the end because I ain't even know
You
what
didn't
y'all
think
was
that?
rocking.
Okay.
He was like, what the
But
hell
you kept
y'all
looking at it
I was
like,
what is it though?
What
It's
it-
popping
That's
though.
what
Like,
I said. I said
what
it's
is it?
dope, but what is it?
it's popping.
Right.
That's fire though. I love it.
I love it. No, I just
Appreciate it.
realized
Man,
what
y'all
the
keep
heartbeat
doing what y'all
was.
doing, man. Y'all doing it.
Okay, so we gotta
Just
wrap
the
the
beginning.
show
Just
up.
the beginning.
It is. This is just the intro to
For real.
intro to Sydney Wall Street. This is the intro to Rare Vibes Clothing, the brand, the conglomerate, the movement,
The
hustle,
song.
the flow. The song. And so I want y'all to definitely be on the lookout for Sid, whether that's $,
Wall Street.
what is it? $YD, or if that's Sid
Dollar
Wall Street.
sign YD.
We're going to put up a poll somewhere. We're gonna figure out where we're gonna put it at. It could be on your IG or
page,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah, and just kind of ask people like, what do you think should be your? I think you could do multiple choice on IG,
Can.
right? I think so.
And listen, I just shot a music video this past Wednesday.
When is that
My
gonna drop?
Whenever my
Need to finish the editing.
my video career does the
Post
editing.
production, but I love it.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of footage we got, so it's gonna take them a minute. It's really special. It's very, very special. It's called Back to Self. And now
let's
everybody
go out to
can
Back
relate.
to Self.
Oh, you can play it.
Yeah, we're about to go out to that. So thank y'all for being here.
Back to
DJ Sid Wall Street in the
Video
building.
dropping
KB
soon.
will be back next week, ladies
blow
and
your
gentlemen. I'm your girl CJ Ray here for IBNX Radio, Next 199. And we about to go out to Sydney's freestyle called Back to Myself. And we'll catch you next week. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to IBNX. IBNXradio.com.
I cook some hot and saltfish down here. Okay.
I'm just glad I found a beat as smooth as me. The universal door is open finally. Giving up's just not a probability. I'm back to self, what's meant to be is meant for me. What's meant to be is paper trail will blow like leaves. Or really blow them leaves and then get higher streets. I so low, I'm probably looking black and ease. Evaporated love, I pray my heart don't freeze. You lack faith, we won't stress you, we won't mind you. It's a bird box, baby, don't let this world blind you. Don't need eye candy, what I need is soul food. Lost looking for the love, let it find you. You lost fucking with them drugs, never mind you. Could've been a star, you let that space confine you. Knew I had the pen gift before the high school. If I ever say I love you, know that's times two. The birds be chirping every time I go to bed. And can't seem to get you out my head. I've learned sometimes it's best to leave some things unsaid. Gotta take a step back just to get ahead. Trying to step back in your boot, you know, between the legs. Got them doing what I want them to, like Simon said. Shots of flow, I be the one these bitches dread. Anything I truly mean, you know I always said. I wrote this freestyle, doing calf raises. I'm a natural, won't even give an inch, cause then they'll take them out. You know it's something wrong when all I do is smile. But I'm back to myself, swagging through the rain. Back to myself, loving through the pain. Gotta lose some things, send life for the game. So I'm back to myself, you know the real remain. My grandma told me, Sid, you know, you something else. I said, I know, that's why I'm always to myself. Can't go out on a date because I date myself. You know that hating shit don't work, affects your health. These weirdo niggas using hate to build their stealth. But I'ma use the hate and I'ma build the wealth. I spit some hot shit, it's like the beat melt. I'm on my pop shit, where the hell the bell? It's your birthday, I wrote this song for you.